by.
Go.
10-4, I have a subject in a Honda Civic at Moore Street in front of the fire engine around the perimeter. I need them escorted in to your headquarters, please. Fire marshal's going to meet you at that corner.
Good evening, everybody. It's Steve Lookner from Agenda Free TV. There has been a shooting in Southport, North Carolina, where a person fired from a boat.
On the Holden Beach.
A person fired from a boat, and scanner traffic indicates multiple fatalities and injuries after a person fired from a boat in Southport, North Carolina. They said it was in at one point on the scanner. They said it was in the area of the American Fish Company pub. So when I get a chance, I listened to the replay of the scanner traffic, and I'll replay some of that for you. But that's what was said on the scanner.
Confirming Holden Beach to assist on the attempt to locate.
And I don't know that anybody's in custody.
Can assist on the attempt to locate located on Holden Beach and Beachway Trail.
10-4.
Now give me a moment here. But again, the scanner traffic indicated that a person on a boat, shot at people on shore.
Lot 35.
And I'm not aware that a shooter's in custody. Give me one moment here. Let me just kind of get organized here. Get everything organized. The scanner's from broadcastify.com. And, but again, when I get a second, I'll play you the replay of the scanner traffic. This happened around an hour, if I have it right, I think about an hour and a half ago. An hour or an hour and a half ago.
Over.
Holden Beach Road, Beachway Trail, reference 3 subjects walking on Holden Beach Road, 1 male and 1 female, also possibly related to 211's pending traffic near the Moose Lodge as well. No.
Just give me one moment here, guys. Again, a shooter,
3212
a shooter on a boat who fired upon people. And again, I heard on the scanner, at one point on the scanner, they talked about 3 people dead. They talked about 3 people dead at one point in the scanner, but I don't know if that's true. Also, at one point on the scanner, they said a total of 9 people, but I don't know if that's true. So to be clear, you know, that's some numbers I heard on the scanner previously, but I don't know if those are true. I had heard at one point they say 3 people dead, and at one point they said 9 were shot, but or 9 were injured, or there were 9 victims. But again, that's not confirmed. But that was the report from the scanner, is that a person, I'm going to actually go back right now and show you when that report first came in. And they said about it being they talked about it being in the area of the American Fish Company.
I'll be clear from 24 traffic. Show me en route to that Old Fayetteville traffic.
And unfortunately, reference to a 17-year-old male on foot running towards the Dollar General this time.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to, if I get a second here, I got to check a couple things here. I'm going to pull up the scanner replay right now for you so you can hear when this was first called in.
In that area, attempt to locate.
212-4.
Hang on a second.
Delta 13, just 1014 flows in the area of Unison Falcon.
All right, I'm going to play you guys now the scanner replay when the call first came in, okay? Scanners via broadcastify.com, by the way.
Sorry, I didn't think I'm streaming there.
We have the live scanner, too. So we have live scanner, and I'm going to play scanner replay. Okay, so let me just, I'm going to start playing the replay now.
Big on 398.
Hang on. It's loud.
Medic 6.
For advising it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting in.
Hold on. Listen, it's going to be right here. Listen to this. This is about an hour and a half ago from the scanner.
Anyone if you handle operations still further.
Hey, what? Roger.
Keep listening.
Basin Drive.
Keep listening.
Units en route, Old American Fish Company. Callers are advising it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting into the building from the boat.
So the initial scanner traffic said it was the Old American Fish Company, and there was a person shooting into the building from the boat. Old American Fish Company is a pub. Sorry, it's right here, right there, and it's on the shore in Southport. The city initially said the shooting was reported in the Southport Yacht Basin. But you heard them mention on the scanner Old American Fish Company. Now the Yacht Basin is where? There's Yacht Basin Drive right there. So, which is right next to the fish, and you can see it says Southport Yacht Basin shooting.
I think code 5 from the International Boulevard traffic.
American Fish Company. American Fish Company.
133. 1014 reference. Brown's Landing. Callers advising it's in Southport and that they're requesting an officer to check the road by Brown's Landing at this time.
Yes.
10-4.
Oh, so
on
Intel
Old Road, and then we've got a 10 to locate the noise complaint area 5.
Intel Point Alert mentioned a local news report.
You showed me a route to Nova, Bolivia.
Intel Point Alert mentioned the State Port Pilot, which appears to be a local station, which said several people have reportedly died.
212, I'll be back.
And they say that 7 people were shot.
Need to close the pending traffic on 211 at the Moose Lodge as well.
To repeat, I heard on the scanner at one point 3 dead, and I heard reports of up to 9 people who were impacted by this. I don't know if they were all shot. So I just don't know. But that's 2 things I heard on the scanner before coming on the air. I'm not aware that anyone's in custody right now. So Star News Online reports that they have photos of a fire. They have a photo of a fire engine next to the American Fish Company. Southport is an area where it's a popular beach area. There's a bunch of hotels and a nice beach there.
Several calls from subjects requesting 1021. All the information's in the CAD.
For event detective this time, thank you.
10-4.
But again, this was a person firing at the shore from a boat. According to the scanner traffic.
Will be en route from the Wildlife ramp to the 55th Street boat ramp.
The Wildlife ramp is near where this is because they've been talking about it on the scanner. Let me just play you again when the initial call came in. Here's the initial call.
91 if you handle operations still further.
Hang on, you'll hear it
Roger.
right now.
Basin Drive.
You'll hear it right now.
Units en route, Old American Fish Company. Callers are advising it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting into the building from the boat.
Hear that? So they said American Fish Company, shooter shooting into the building from the boat.
Let's go.
Charlie 10.
New Jersey 27, name, date of birth, and number, same as in CAD.
All right, let me check a couple things here. Again, at one point on the scanner, I heard them say 3 dead, but that's not confirmed.
10 service refusal, patients in custody of LEO.
10-4.
The city has not posted anything after the initial post. They said, the city had said there are reports of an active shooter in the Southport Yacht Basin, unknown number of injuries. That was posted at 9:53. The shooting came across the scanner. Well, if I have this right, it's a little funky there. Between 9 and 9:30. Just do this right now.
122, 10-4.
I can't get it's a little strange on the scanner replay with the timing there, but it's between 9 and 9:30. I think maybe towards the end of there, but so this happened, roughly 2 hours ago. Roughly 2 hours ago is when this happened. I do have the current scanner on. We're not really hearing much on it. When I get a chance, I'm going to play you also some of the scanner traffic from
Or advising
earlier.
it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting into the
All right, that was a replay of, that was around 9:30 when that it was. She said it's coming from the subject. Then she said shooting into the building, and that was around 9:30 Eastern time. Okay. Now let me just see. I don't want to start playing the replay of the scanner and getting in the way of the current scanner. So let me just check for a couple things here. And then I will play you more of what showing you of the scanner replay where you can hear more about the response to this. This is the American Fish Company, it was reported,
Perimeter.
in Southport. It is right on the beach there, on Yacht Basin Drive.
Go ahead. 10-4, I'm sending police officer to your location to relieve you. They're going to block the road, and also where 372 was at Casualty and Moore, Charlotte PD is going to handle those access points.
That's the live scanner. American Fish Company, it is normally open from till not. It's interesting. The hours say 9 p.m. I'm looking at Google. What does it say on their website? It's interesting. It says there, it's a waterfront pub, and it says the hours are till 9 p.m. But we don't know for sure it was at this place. That was mentioned. It might have been next to the American Fish Company. Maybe there were people standing next to it or something. But interestingly enough, the hours on the website for American Fish Company say the pub closes at 9 p.m. This happened around 9:30 p.m. according to the scanner traffic. That's when it was reported.
Sorry, Tim.
Located at 27, shows to be Class C, valid, restriction 1, negative 29, negative 62.
Everything.
So again, what we're covering here is that about 2 hours ago,
54 to perimeter.
apparently a person on a boat started firing at people in the vicinity of American Fish Company pub in Southport, which is right on the beach. It's a popular, I know, I've actually been there. It is a popular, I know it's a popular beach in the summer. A lot of people go stay there, go hang out on the beach. Scanner traffic said multiple people were shot. At one point, they said on the scanner 3 people had been killed. I can't confirm that. I'm going to play you some more of the scanner traffic now, so you can hear some of that. We're not hearing much in the current scanner. I'm not aware that anybody's in custody. You know what I want to check? I want to see on maybe on. I'm going to check the flight radar and I'm going to check marine traffic and see if we see anything there. It's
1161 Seacom.
Where?
Go ahead.
Hold on a second here.
10-4, you should be 10-6, it'll be down Southport.
Let me pull it up here.
123.
Yeah, it's south of Wilmington. South of Wilmington is where we're talking about. So there's Southport on Flight Radar 24. For what it's worth, I don't see planes, helicopters flying above there or anything. I mean, it's nighttime. But you can see this is North Carolina here. And there is, towards the south of North Carolina, there's Wilmington. And Southport is right there. There. North of Bald Head Island, north of Cape Fear. All right, hold on. Oh, I was going to just check marine traffic.
Another 10 pending.
Let's check marine traffic and see what we see over
Pending
there.
1076, 7894 Ocean Highway, 7894 Ocean Highway West.
If I could type, we would check it. Marine traffic, which is...
Sergeant, Seacom, 10 go for.
They are, by the way.
1076, 1017.
Anderson.
By the way, marine traffic is a, how do they describe it? They are a ship tracking and marine analytics, sorry, a ship tracking and maritime analytics provider, marinetraffic.com. Am I signed in on marine traffic? I don't know. Let's see. I can't tell. Either way, let me pull up North Carolina here.
2-3, no fish down here.
Here is marinetraffic.com. And we're looking here.
Justin's in the area.
Am I in the right place?
Justin.
I think I zoomed in too much. Southport. Southport right there. No, that's not it. There's...
Another 3.
I want to be a little...
Can you see if Sunset Rush now has got a unit to check that 1076, please?
I was too far. Here we go. There it is. Southport right there. I wanted to see if I see like police boats there. Well, that's old. That's a sailboat.
FM31 to FM30.
There is a pilot vessel
clear
there.
scene, out of service.
I'm not seeing a ton of boats in that area right there, for whatever it's worth. So there might be other police boats we can't see.
3571, Seacom.
4571.
You can show us clear this scene. You can place us off duty.
10-4. 4 Ocean Highway West, 7894 Ocean Highway West.
Charge in Secom 10, code 521.
Charlie 10-4.
All right, I'm going to start replaying some of the scanner traffic so you guys can hear what happened as we try to get you more updates on this situation.
31 to command.
And all the time, it's always in front of it.
10-4, yeah.
I'll stick 10-8.
10-4.
Again, a person on a boat reportedly shot people in the area of American Fish Company pub in Southport, North Carolina. Here's the call when it came in. I'll play it for you again.
Direct on Law 3's traffic. I'll still be en route at 1076.
152-10-4. Boat at this time, possibly in the Southport Marina.
1. 398.
Hold on.
Basin Drive.
You'll hear it right here.
Units en route, Old American Fish Company. Callers are advising it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting into the building.
See here that's when they said callers are advising it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting into the building, American Fish Company. All right, I'm going to start replaying some of the scanner traffic. We're playing both the live and replay scanner. Which I know will be a bit confusing, but that's how we're going to do it. So I'm going to start playing you some of the replay scanner in addition to listening to the live scanner.
Boat at this time, possibly in the Southport Marina.
1. 398. Right behind him on Home Beach Road. 4, I'm en route C.
Seacoast Road.
Seacoast 398.
102.
Medic 6.
Relocating the command post to Southport Fire Department ESC. You'll be en route to secondary.
That's live right there.
Alpha response. Sick person. Boulevard and Cal.
All right, hold on. Hang on a moment.
Seacoast 398.
398.
Seacoast showed this unit cleared scene back in service.
I am checking for updates at the same time as I am replaying some of the scanner traffic, listening to the live scanner traffic, and again, trying to get you the latest updates here. Scanner traffic at one point indicated that 3 people had been killed and multiple people had been shot. I do not know if that is true. We do have the live scanner on. I have not heard anything about a scanner, about anybody in custody. Okay, while we try to get more information here, let me just also play you some of the scanner replay here.
I'm right behind him on Home Beach Road. Seacoast 398. Stage and advise when scene secure.
GSW.
Copy, sir.
4 individual. GSW to the arm.
Attempted contact with caller. She disconnected before I could get Lance on the line.
All right, so we have live scanner and replay scanner.
Call back as well.
This is the live scanner.
Unless you're further.
This is the live scanner. I was playing the replay of the scanner and they said GSW to the arm. So I know it's confusing because we have both live and replay scanner, but I want to let you hear both. So on the replay from right after the shooting was called in, you heard GSW to the arm.
Copy, 4.
Have multiple people advised, at least 6 people down.
Okay, so that was that you just heard at least 6 people down. Have multiple people advise at least 6 people down. That was from like 2 minutes after, around 2 minutes after the shooting got called in. All right, that's the replay. But at that point, they were saying at least 6 people down. I'll play that for you again.
Have multiple people advised, at least 6 people down.
Okay, so for whatever it's worth, that was That was early on.
Station 3, Charlie traffic, commercial, industrial, fire alarm activation, 5084 Southport Supply Road, 5084 Southport Supply Road, Lowe's Home Improvement. You have TAC 1 on scene, TAC 1, CCOM clear, 2326.
This is live scanner now. I'm going to play you more of the replay, but you did hear they said at least 6 people down shortly after. Shortly after the shooting got reported.
30 direct.
Okay, let's listen to a little more of the
CCOM 173.
of the replay of the scanner while I am still checking.
Can you show us en route to that Lowe's and Home Improvement traffic per BC3? 532 CCOM.
Hang on one second.
Retransport 1 mail from this location to my PD.
So I'll be in service, and I'll be en route fire alarm.
84 Southport Supply Road, Lowe's Home Improvement.
Yeah, what's this?
Timber.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
3 to 2, copy en route.
By the way, according to CBS 17, they say the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office said, please keep all those affected as well as our first responders in your thoughts and prayers. They said they were assisting the City of Southport Police and multiple law enforcement agencies. This is on the Cape Fear River, by the way. It's about 10 miles from Wilmington. All right. Again, a shooter fired at people either at or
23 to
near
120 direct.
at or near American Fish Company from a boat. From a boat.
Myself and 1130 are setting up exterior perimeter at West Bay and South Castle with tapes.
Yeah, it's 11:30 there right now, as one of our viewers said. Let me replay some of the scanner traffic again. This is from earlier.
Have multiple people advise at least 6 people down.
Have multiple people advise at least
I'll be
6
areas
at least
1 and 2.
at least 6 people down. We heard on the replay. Okay,
Have multiple people advise at least 6 people down.
that's from around 9:30 or so.
Okay.
Come on, bring me some gloves.
It's in their area 2, please. 397 section.
All right, so I'm playing you the replay of the scanner, and I have the live scanner on too.
I think I got I have several individuals. GSWs at the head.
Several individuals, gunshot wounds to the head. That was from around 9:30, shortly after the shooting.
GSWs at the head. I think I got I have several individuals. GSWs at the head. EMS in here 1018.
Border County advised you can 22 on the 1076 at Ocean Highway.
You got it, right? Thanks.
Oh.
All right, so we're playing you some of the replay of the scanner to try to get a better idea of what happened.
211 109 Holden Beach Road and what intersection?
Airline flight off 713. Airline 3, need a weather check for Dozier to Dozier and possible team response to Southport. Time is 2134. Can we advise if it's safe for EMS?
Can you advise tonight to the hospital then? Hang on.
10-4.
I need a unit to go to the Southport Marina though and check for anybody getting in.
173.
Hang on. This is replay and live
I need a
scanner.
unit to go to the Southport Marina though and check for anybody getting in. The white center console boat.
All right, what was this here? What was this about a boat? This is from the scanner traffic about 5 minutes after the shooting was reported in.
We're investigating currently.
He talks about a boat. Now, hold on. I got to replay that.
Check for anybody getting on this. White center console boat 31. People around the boat is gone.
Yeah, that's hard to make out. White something center console boat. People advising the boat is gone. It was hard to make out that traffic. About 5 minutes after the shooting was reported.
White center console boat 31. People around the boat is gone. White center console boat 31. People around the boat is gone.
I don't know what specifically was said there. It was kind of hard to make out. I heard white center console, something like that. And I don't even know for sure that he was talking about the boat the shooter was on. I'm just replaying this part of the scanner.
White center console.
Yeah, it's just...
10-4, 3 to 2 right.
Hold on.
White center console boat 31. People around the boat is gone. And EMS fire.
All right, well... Yeah, so I don't really know what to make about... It was just hard to hear on the scanner that, you know, exactly what was being said about a boat there. Okay, let's keep going as we wait to get you more.
3 unit signal 50.
Copy that. Seacom, go ahead and send me 2 more units so we can advise further.
Stand by at Dozier, reference to an active shooter. Time is 2135.
Right. At that point, it was 9:35. So again, we heard on the scanner they said there was a person shooting at a building. They said American Fish Company. They said at least 6 people were down. They said they had 6 people down. They said there were gunshot wounds to the head. That's all the first 5 minutes.
Marine Patrol, and probably we're working on getting
We're staking.
I heard it was 1041 in route.
Send this 10-4 to bridge.
672.
Shooter call.
Big there, NASCAP.
Shooter call.
Big there, NASCAP.
609.
10-4. Send me an IBW. Also, I have updated the gate code, if you will. I have medics refer to CAD for entry in the neighborhood.
All right. So as we check the scanner,
with a 1060 vehicle.
as we check the scanner
247
replay,
any needle traffic.
as we check the scanner replay, I'm also going to stop for a second and then check for new updates too. You know, I'm seeing. I looked up center console boat.
10-4, we got another family member by the name of Tish. Should be trying to come through.
There is a kind of boat called the center console boat. I just looked this up. Some of our viewers, I think, are talking about this too. Google AI says it's a single-deck open-hull boat featuring a central helm steering station. At one point, they said white center console boat. I don't know if that's...
400, confirm false alarm. All units be clear lows.
410-4. 386 right.
I can't guarantee that that's what kind it was. The pictures I'm seeing of center console boats online are pretty small boats. They're not like, you know, giant yachts or something.
What was with them?
211.
Hold on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on.
240, Seacom, I got that vehicle stopped.
10-4, copy vehicle stop, Diablo 1020. Ten-4, copy Mulberry Park, signal 50.
L 13 is 23.
L 13, my time is 23:35.
You can show us back in service.
One of our viewers, Duncan Gray, who lives in the area, says they got a reports of active shooter message on their phone, text message. Yeah, thanks. Uffy sent me a live cam from the area, but I can't just take any live cam I want. I have to have the rights to it, and I don't have the rights to that live cam. There is a live cam panning around surfchecks.com, surf, C-H-E-X.com.
I have a disturbance, 3120 Sin Loop, 3120 Sin Loop apartment, 306. Callers advising their neighbors are yelling and screaming, possibly throwing punches into the wall.
EA and Holdings, please as active, Vegas 29.
Okay, guys, Intel Point Alert found a update from Star News Online in Wilmington. The Wilmington Star News.
Driver 31.
Okay, hold on a second. Wilmington Star
noise complaint on Palmer Drive.
Wilmington Star News says that 3 are killed and 8 injured.
Live there, Fat Temper.
A public information officer for the city of Southport said this. 3 dead, 8 injured.
10-14, 35 is going to be 10 acre calls in our city.
That's 10-4, my apologies.
3 dead, 8 injured after shooting by after person on boat shot at after shooting by person on boat shot at crowd in Southport, North Carolina. Okay. Okay, so again,
398.
it's North Carolina.
398.
So thanks to Intel Point Alert.
This unit out of service still further.
10-4.
So according to the city, this is according to Star News Online, the city is saying, a city public information officer said 3 dead and 8 injured. And a boat pulled up to the American Fish Company, which is a pub right on the beach. And the boat paused, and then the shooter fired into the crowd. And then the boat fled up the intercoastal waterway. A person of interest is being questioned. A person of interest is being questioned. There's the intercoastal waterway. So, again,
clear for us with exact service. 10-4.
let me just put this. I'm going to put the ticker up. 3 dead, 8 injured. 3 people have been killed and 8 injured after a shooter on a boat shot at a crowd of people.
I'll be back 10-8, code 4, 533, 521, still on scene of the duty.
10-4.
On land in Southport, North Carolina. The shooting happened in the area of Southport, of American Fish Company, a pub on the beach
Code 2 from
in Southport.
1060, send me back out of my 1079.
A person of interest is being questioned. Why did the person do this? What is going on? Was this targeted?
For Southport coverage of their district.
Hold on, 10-4.
Why did this happen? I mean, I don't know that I'll have an adequate reason of why somebody did this horrific thing, but I mean, was this just somebody, again, the boat pulled up to the area.
Justin.
The boat, according to the city, the boat pulled up to the restaurant dock and paused, and then shooter fired.
Still to one. 10-8.
Oops, I'm sorry. I know there's a typo in my headline. So this was a boat that pulled up to the American Fish Company, which is, again, it's a restaurant. There it is. There's American Fish Company. It's on the shore. And the person pulled up and started firing. Has 548 reviews, 4.5 stars on Google. Unbelievable. Yeah, it's like, as one of our viewers said, it sounds like a drive-by shooting with somebody on a boat, and I have no idea why somebody would do this. And it doesn't sound, you might, is it targeted? I don't know, but they didn't just hit one person or two people. 3 dead, 8 injured.
Can you show me today?
Yeah.
WECT says the same thing. 3 dead and 8 injured.
123 out on that 3120 is in loop.
Unclear what the conditions are of the 8 injured. When I get a second, I'm going to play you some more of the scanner replay. But it is crazy. Wow, terrible. And, again, American Fish Company, the hours, and I checked on their website. Their website says this too. The hours are, it closes at 9 p.m. Look at that, 9 p.m. And I checked their website, and their website said 9 p.m. too. This shooting was reported around 9:30. Now, maybe it closes at 9 and people hang out there and, drink or whatever after. I can't say. But I found that interesting that it came, technically it was after closing time. If unless their closing hours have changed and it's not on their, it's not on their website. Maybe one of our viewers said maybe there was an event going on there. That I don't know.
22,750. Yeah, 1522, 750.
One of our viewers said on their website, they said they had a wedding venue. Now, I haven't heard about a wedding going on there, so I don't know. I'll have to wait and see if I hear anything more about that. All right, what I want to do is, if they have a bar, and it says Southport's best waterfront pub, their website says, they have a live music there. There's the Frying Pan restaurant there too. It says Frying Pan.
634 Marshgrass Court, 634 Marshgrass Court. Caller advised I heard same near Duffman Creek Road and Indigo Plantation, just 1096.
So I have to be careful with copyright here, but on their website they have it's a large place that's overlooking the water. So there's all of these, there's like all these tables which right over the water that you can sit and look over the water and eat and drink. It's right on the water. Well, that's the Frying Pan. The Frying Pan restaurant does. I think the Frying Pan is right here and looks over the water. So there's the bar, the Frying Pan restaurant. So I don't know if anybody was hit here. I mean, there's the fish company and the restaurant right here and here. So I don't know where people were hit exactly. But
we're pulling up now.
The fish company has a link to the restaurant here on the fish company pub website. Yes, and again, the hours are given till 9 p.m. Now, one of our viewers, Lee, said he called and got a voice that said Saturday and Sunday, 11 p.m. Again, as I said, maybe the hours change. I'm literally looking at the website right now, and it says Monday through Saturday. The Frying Pan is 11 to 9 p.m. And then on the fish company, it says Monday to Friday, to 9 p.m., Saturday and Sunday to 9 p.m. But again, maybe tonight it was open later. Maybe they didn't update their website, so I just don't know. We don't have, again, a person of interest is being questioned, but I don't know that that's going to turn out to be the person who did this.
Tonight to 1462 Old Waterford Way, Fisher Hilton.
Road, Southport.
Okay, so trying to get you more information about this incident. We're going to play some of the scanner traffic again, but 3 dead and 8 injured. 3 dead and 8 injured. Intel point alert. I have to wait. Hold on. I'm sorry it's so loud. It's really loud. It's really loud.
67 engine 372, Dell Traffic Falls, 415, Caswell Beach Road, 415, Caswell Beach Road. You have TAC 1 on scene, TAC 1, CCOM clear, 2347.
Intel point alert reported that Stateport pilot, the Stateport pilot, said a witness.
Beach Road, 4173 on that call.
The Stateport pilot said a witness said the boat is reportedly a 23-foot single-engine outboard. It had a spotted dog on board. Now, I haven't heard that myself. That's according to the Stateport pilot. On the scanner, they talked about a white center console boat. Center console boats are not that big. All right, let me replay some of the scanner traffic too, because I keep saying I'm going to do that. So I'm going to keep playing some more of the scanner traffic here from the aftermath.
Medic 14, you have TAC 5. Medic 14, you have TAC 5.
This is scanner replay here.
98, go ahead.
398, CCOM.
Go ahead.
CCOM, if you can copy, got 2 black tags. 1 with CPR in progress.
So right there they said 2 black tags, 1 CPR in progress. And that is referring to a color code of triage color code. And black is deceased or I believe it's expected deceased. Black is, I got to look this up here. Deceased or injury so severe they cannot survive. So again, at that point, he said 2 black tags and 1 receiving CPR. And that was scanner from about 5 minutes after the shooting was reported.
CPR in progress. 1 with CPR in progress. If you can copy, got CCOM, if you can copy, got 2 black tags. 1 with CPR in progress. And another 4 patients.
So at that point, he said 2 dead, 1 CPR in progress, and another 4 patients. Now, the total we have from the city is 3 dead, 8 injured. It's possible the 8 injured are not all shot. They could be non-shooting injuries, like when people run away. We did hear a little earlier on the scanner replay that they said 6 people were down. Multiple callers said 6 people were down. So we don't know that all 8 injured people were shot.
Eight, 10-4.
1 to 11, 17.
Still out Southport Marina.
Still
Still 11, same traffic.
Still 7 as well.
Still 7.
Still 3, CCOM.
Still 3. Please.
310,
All units switch to TAC 5, please.
And they started doing, they started having the responding unit switched to a tactical channel, which I don't have here. But you could still hear stuff on the scanner after.
Yeah, I
that.
mean, it's tens of service. Trying to get medical.
181 on that Casualty, please.
I have the live scanner on too, so I'm listening to the live and the replay at the same time. So trying to not play the replay while the live.
100 CCOM. I'm gonna have EMS command.
120 to 154.
47. 212.
One juvenile in custody. Starting mileage when ready.
Yeah, now the juvenile in custody is probably about some other incident. That came over the scanner too, but I'm guessing that was from, you know, the replay, and I'm guessing that was about something else.
154. En route to Chile.
10-4, copy 61534, my time 2004.
What's my ETA on that?
Advise at this time.
Control to 100.
Any else advise at this time.
Control to 100 or 1130.
Do you have a dispatcher monitoring TAC 5, or are we just using that for on-scene operation?
On-scene operation, nobody monitoring.
Can you confirm if we've heard back from Airlink?
Correction, 100 or 1130.
All right, good.
Trying to get to a boat. We'll be on the air if you need.
All right, go ahead and start a boat this way.
And 3 yellow currently.
Copy.
And 3 yellow. And 3 yellow currently.
Now, at that point, that was we heard on the scanner. It sounded like that was cut off. We heard them say originally on the scanner there were 2 black tags. 2 black tags is dead, basically. They said there was one receiving CPR.
601 Palmer Drive, reference my traffic.
That's the live scan. But on the replay, we heard them say 2 black tag, dead, 1 getting CPR, and she said, we just heard on the scanner replay, 3 yellow. And as I understand it, yellow is urgent injuries. Yellow is urgent but not immediately life-threatening. That's my understanding. Because we haven't heard the conditions of those injured yet. But at that point on the scanner replay, she said 3 yellow, which again is urgent. It's below black. It's a below. There's black, dead, red, immediate life-threatening, yellow, urgent but not immediately life-threatening. So at that point, she said 3 yellow. I know it's confusing having the live scanner on and playing the scanner replay, but I really want to let you know what's happening with both. So I'm just doing it that way. And I am checking for updates too. Intel Point Alert found a report from the State Port Pilot. The State Port Pilot reported that there are reports that a boat was stationary in the water for about an hour across from the American Fish Company. And then afterwards, the boat fled towards Oak Island. Oak Island is this direction. Now, here's American Fish Company. Oak Island would be this direction, and this is the intracoastal waterway. So, if that's correct, the boat fled in this direction. I don't know where it ended up. But again, the State Port Pilot, according to Intel Point Alert, is reporting that there are reports that a boat was stationary across from the restaurant, across from the pub, for about an hour at the yacht basin. The yacht basin is right in here. This is the yacht basin in here. You can see it says Yacht Basin Road.
One 120 to 100.
Hang on one moment.
Give me a 21 for convenience there. Just got 2 other individuals leaving Edgewater.
Yeah, the state port pilot said the boat is reportedly a 23-foot single-engine outboard and had a spotted dog on board. That's according to the state port pilot, which is a Southport news outlet.
From Northwest.
10-4.
All right, let me play you a bit more of the scanner replay here.
And 3 yellow currently.
Copy.
So again, at that point, they said 3 yellow, which would be urgent but not life-threatening injuries. This is from the replay.
533, confirming the address of the boat ramp.
The wildlife, what way?
10-4, thank you.
Well, you think my apologies. You said you do have a distance monitoring 35?
Negative.
10-4, I'm on the boat channel.
In case we need it, please.
Battalion 3, we're actively checking at this time. Stand by.
And they advise we do need them if available.
10-4, we're where?
Advise of units being signal 50 at this time.
Send me a route to the Southport traffic. Also, if you would, just do an admin page and advise everybody what's going on.
Southport Yacht Basin.
120, 10 4.
Weather check for Fort City, possible scene response Southport. Need a weather check. Possible scene response Southport.
212, I'm on be 1023. Ending mileage when ready.
10-4.
That's 2143.
6-5, when you get here, I have one patient that has a hand injury.
Now that was a patient with a hand injury, they said.
6-5, when you get here, I have one patient that has a hand injury.
Sounded like.
100, 102.
Airlink 3.
So again, what we know is that somebody shot from a boat at people in the area of the American Fish Company, which is it's a bar and there's a restaurant next to it on the beach in Southport, North Carolina. 3 are dead, 8 are injured. A person of interest is being questioned. That's according to the city. We're listening to the scanner replay here.
We have an updated number on PIs. I know there's been different numbers back and forth.
This is a scanner from like 2 hours ago.
102, 100. That is transporting one to New Hanover. Medic 4 is getting ready to transport a yellow tag to New Hanover. I have one with a hand injury, and 398 is currently...
10-4, is that total PIs accounted for?
100, 102. We have now a 3rd DOA.
All right, you hear that? That's when they said a 3rd DOA. When I came on the air, I said I had heard 3 dead. That's around 9:45. The shooting was reported around 9:30. This is about 9:45 on the scanner. It's currently midnight, and you heard it right there. We have a 3rd DOA.
We have now a 3rd DOA.
Terrible. Yeah, we have, again, it says on the screen, live and replay scanner, which I know is confusing. But the replay, when you're hearing the stuff about the active response and the victims, that's all the replay. That's from right after the shooting. Within minutes after the shooting, the scanner said there was a report of 6 people down, and by 15 minutes after the shooting, they were saying 3 people dead. So, and again, I have been to Southport. It's a lovely area. I know in the summer it's very popular. People go there, they stay there, they hang out at the beach. There's a lot of restaurants and bars in the area. People go down to the beach at night and hang out, at these bars. Very popular area. And as you can see from the reviews, this is a popular restaurant, and a restaurant and pub. There's the Frying Pan restaurant, which is next to it and linked to on the American Fish Company website. But somebody fired, there's the Frying Pan right there, and then the American Fish Company bar, and somebody just fired on it from a boat. It really is horrific. Let me just say a quick thank you to our moderators, by the way. I really appreciate our moderators who are here. Ruth Krafasi, Roberts May Queen, thank you. Also, just give me a moment here. Thanks for your patience. On Twitch, Good Luck Duck, Matthew Kohai 3, Sarah, and Papa Bear. Thanks for moderating over there. Linda Belk, Larry, Misha moderate for us on X. Thanks to our Facebook mods too. Billy Anderson said, why were people at the beach so late? There are these restaurants and bars on the beach that people go to at night. This is not people just standing on the beach. This is a restaurant and bar that's located on the beach, as you can see on the map there from Google Maps. Shannon Davis Hughes is moderating over on YouTube. Thank you. On Facebook. Thank you, Shannon Davis Hughes. All right, let me do a quick check here, and we're going back and forth between the current reporting and also letting you hear some of the scanner traffic from earlier.
Direct.
And it also seems like that it happened kind of fast. And the reason I say that is because the reason I say that is you hear on the scanner, all of a sudden they say, oh, we're getting calls that there's a shooting. A person from a boat is firing onto the building at American Fish Company. And within like 2 or 3 minutes, I think it was, they say we're getting calls that 6 people are down. And then I've been playing through the scanner and I haven't heard about more shooting. So it sounds like the kind of thing where it was like this barrage of shots. This sudden barrage of shots. Frank Brock says, I live in North Carolina. I have been to that area. Southport is nice. Yeah, it's a nice area. It's lovely. So I do not, what possessed this person to do this? All right, sorry, I know that's loud. Sorry, try to turn that down a little bit.
Engine 5271, respond to Delta Pain. At 2517.
We're replaying some of the scanner traffic.
Respond on tap.
102.
10-minute ETA on First Bird to Dozier.
Well, get them to switch over to LVE.
Be 10 minutes, thank you. CCOM, been advised at this time you can cancel Airlink. They're going by ground on all of them.
They're on location.
Sounds like he said that they took all the patients by ground, if I heard that right.
Get them to switch over to LVE.
Be 10 minutes, thank you. CCOM, been advised at this time you can cancel Airlink. They're going by ground on all of them.
They're on location.
617, Denver.
Seeing multiple aircraft. Reference to active shooter, they're requesting that you guys go to LVE, and I'll advise where they want you to land.
Now, I might have been wrong about that. I might have been wrong because they're saying they want them to land somewhere. So, or maybe they just changed the plans for the aircraft. I'm not sure.
You can stand down per Brunswick County 911. Per Brunswick County 911, you can stand down.
Well, they said stand.
We got a crime scene established this time.
Hold on.
Airlink 2, you can stand down per Brunswick County.
Well, they said Airlink 2, you can stand down. So maybe one of the aircraft they told to stand down.
Per Brunswick County 911, you can stand down.
We got a crime scene established this time.
You can direct.
So they had a crime scene established.
Meet me inside when you're up. 10-6 on out firm.
At this time, Medic 7's got 1 yellow and right in your hand over 1018.
So that you just heard 1 yellow. So we've heard about them talk about 3 yellows. Yellow it's a triage color code, which as I understand it means an urgent injury but not life-threatening. And we heard earlier they say 3 yellows. So we have not gotten an official update about the conditions of all the people injured. I don't even know that all the people injured were shot, but we'll have to wait and see what we hear about that.
500 Ocean Drive, Beach House at Oak Island. Loud music coming from behind the location.
This is the live scanner there.
Copy. You can show me in the area.
I don't have a motive. I don't know who this person who did this. This shooting, oh, I should put it in the shooting happened around 9:30 p.m. The shooting happened around 9:30 p.m. ET, it's Eastern time there, in the area of American Fish Company. I'll just so you can hear it again if you haven't heard it, this is the initial call that came in right here. This is the, if I can pull this up here, this was the first call that came in about
5, Harbor Creek Way. Cross streets are Calabash Lakes Boulevard. Medic 6. Response, sick person at 5 Boulevard and Calabash Lakes Boulevard.
Sorry. I got to pull it up here.
Me too is back in.
Where is that initial call? Right? Hold on.
Response at 5 Way, Calabash Lakes Boulevard.
Why is it not on there? Now I'm all confused. Hang on. It was there before. Let's try this again. Oh.
Units en route, Old American Fish Company. Callers are advising it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting into the building.
That was the first call right there. Right there. I just played it for you.
Respond on TAC 5.
Anyone, if you handle operations still further.
Anyone?
Roger.
Basin Drive.
Units en route, Old American Fish Company. Callers are advising it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting into the building from the boat.
That was it. Yeah, some people are posting the name of a. Some people are posting the name of a suspect in the chat. I will say it is a fairly regular occurrence where we cover, unfortunately, we cover shootings sometimes, and it's a fairly regular occurrence that there's a shooting, and a lot of people online, including in our chat, insist that a person with a certain name is the suspect, and it turns out to be false. I don't know who the suspect is here, but I would be careful with these names floating around online. It may turn out to be correct. It may. But there's been many cases where many people online and in our chat and people writing to me were saying, it's this person, and then it's not that person. So I'm not going to start giving names out until I have better sourcing on a suspect. We have the live scanner on. We're not hearing much on the live scanner. I'm going to keep playing you the replay of the scanner from before.
Joey 1041, 1017, Hanover Region.
Yeah,
Why did this person do this?
Please on 97.
97.
Let me give you a little more of the replay from this.
Available for patients.
This is the live scanner right now. I was going to play some more of the replay.
From the 2147.
New Hanover 1018 momentarily.
Yes, 10 102.
Good.
Are we going to continue with the MAB or bring medic 10?
Patrol 1130.
10.
State Marine Patrol. I'm en route to the wildlife ramp to meet our guy, but I'm coming from DSL.
This is the replay of the scanner.
Stand where, thank you, sir. Just in case you haven't been advised, it's going to be a white center console boat.
White center console boat. That's the second time we've heard that on the scanner replay.
It's going to be a white center console boat. Unknown how many occupants were on that boat this time, but that's all the information I have right now to pass along.
White center console boat. White center console boat. When I look up center console boat, I am not a boating expert. When I look up center console boats online, I see they're relatively small boats. That was from the replay. That I just played you twice. If you Google, again, I have to be careful with the copyright stuff. If you Google center console boats, you will see a bunch of pictures of boats. They look to be about 20 feet long, the ones I'm seeing or so, some longer. Like they're open on the top, but they have where the person is who's driving the boat. There's like a small awning over them in the middle of the boat. But again, so I don't know how big this boat was. I'm just telling you, when I Google center console boat and I look at the pictures I get, those are the kind of boats I see.
Disturbance.
Some of them are longer than the other.
6088 Secondton Drive.
They are not yachts.
Next door with juveniles on scene. Possible
They are not
signal,
yachts,
39 involved.
giant yachts, put it that way. But they're not a rowboat either. So they're bigger than a rowboat. You know, we don't know how many people are on the boat.
That's all the information I have right now to pass along. Unknown how many occupants were on that boat this time, but
Here,
it's
I'll
going
replay
to be a
this.
white center console boat. It's going to be a white center console boat. Unknown how many occupants were on that boat this time, but that's all the information I have right now to pass along.
Roger, copy. White center console. We're coming into the slate. I'm assuming that's your suspect, correct?
B647
Roger, copy. White center console. We're coming into the slate. I'm assuming that's your suspect, correct?
B647 That's all going to be the suspect.
Yeah, so again, they said the suspect, they were looking for a white center console boat. Some of our viewers are saying they can be bigger or smaller. Again, I'm not a boating expert. I'm just telling you, when I Google it, the kind of boats I'm seeing, you can do that yourself, but I don't. That's the best I can tell you is what we heard on the scanner there, that they said they were looking for a white center console boat.
CCOM. All units, 10-8 from the same loop. 10-8 code 1.
10-4.
This is live scanner. Hang on, I'm just checking a couple things here. Yeah, I cannot take a webcam from the web and just use it on my channel. Again, it's a copyright issue. I don't own the feed, so I appreciate people mentioning a webcam. I'm aware there's a webcam in the area. I can't just steal the footage and use it on my own channel. Let me check something.
Signal 97. Those are available for pages. 10-4. Super, thank you.
Station 8, Trolley traffic, industrial fire alarm activation, 1100 Sabbath Home Road, 1100 Sabbath Home Road, Food Lion. Yes, tactical on scene. Come cleared, midnight 15.
Yeah, there's people on the internet claiming they know who the suspect is. I have not heard any reliable reporting on this. There's some people on the internet saying it's this person. I just don't, again, I don't find any of the sourcing reliable, and it could be local people who have an inside source or something. But I'm not going to start saying names with the sourcing I'm seeing right now.
806 Colony Place. RP advised a small SUV, possibly blue in color, sitting in front of Unit C. RP's not requesting a 1083. Seven.
21, she come over,
721, 10-4.
Big Army, you say 71 route?
871, copy now.
So again, this is at Southport. It's a lovely area there, popular beach area. People also go to the beach at night because there's like bars and restaurants on the beach. And this was looks like a popular place, the American Fish Company, and has the Frying Pan restaurant next to it. And somebody on a boat shot at people on land, according to the scanner, in the area of American Fish Company, and 3 people have been killed and 8 injured.
Seagull, May 21 driving on scene, signal story, resident, commercial structure, no showing, the alpha side, 804 have IC.
871, 10-4.
East 50, correction, 35th Street, 212 Northeast 35th Street. RP on scene advised her friend was on the phone with her husband when heard a clunk and rapid breathing. There's a K9 German Shepherd on scene, will bark, but most likely won't do anything. There's a door code and catnip.
10-4, 10-17.
10-4.
I haven't heard anything about like a press conference or something. The local time is 12:20 a.m.
You want to know?
531, 10-4.
Where was I just looking at here? And nothing more. The city had announced that they were there was a person of interest in custody, and they were questioning them. Haven't heard more after that. What I'm going to do is play some more of the scanner replay so you can hear that as we wait to get more information about this.
Oh, 21, she come 1023.
721, 10-4.
Highway Patrol has got a car at the wildlife boat ramp as we speak. 1 yellow on board.
So this is the scanner replay from before.
1 yellow on board. Medic 4 being around momentarily to New Hanover.
Copy.
Yellow is urgent but not life-threatening injury.
10-4.
Oh, trauma center has been made aware of this. To my knowledge, 100 reached out. You can confirm and make contact with them again.
This is 100. What was your call sign? I didn't catch that.
Baker 3.
Maker 3. If you can help me with the perimeter, the outer perimeter, we've got several fire and EMS units trying to organize the wounded, and I'll signal with the outside there in a minute. I'm on the inside getting brief right now.
Perimeter.
And if we're helping with the outer perimeter, I've got crime scene established. I just need help on the outer perimeter. If you can help organize the movement, got several fire and EMS units trying to organize the wounded, trying to get them out of here.
So that at that point, that was about 20 minutes after the shooting. You could hear him saying, "We have several fire units trying to organize the wounded and get them out of here."
713 Denver.
380 en route to Southport Yacht Basin.
381 Tree Acre Circle, 381 Tree Acre Circle. Possible disturbance on the line. What was a quick disconnect rapid SOS location? Except the history of disturbance at this location.
That's the live scanner.
1017.
That's the live scanner.
Delta 8, Baker 3.
This is the replay.
Baker 3, go ahead. Coast Guard saying they're requesting a deputy to fly with it.
10-4, I'll get on the phone with them.
10-4, 20.
I think that was, he said the Coast Guard is requesting a deputy to go out with them.
Coast Guard saying they're requesting a deputy to fly with it.
10-4, I'll get on the phone with them.
Or to go to meet with them.
You direct. Coast Guard's requesting a deputy to assist them right along. I have
Delta 9 holding prayer.
Here.
Coast Guard's requesting a deputy to assist them right along.
Fire alarm 1100 South Home Road, 1100 South Home Road, food line. Fire on scene about nothing shown.
I have the live scanner on too. So the scanner replay that we're listening to, in addition to the live, the scanner replay is from about 20 minutes after the shooting. So this is from about 20 minutes after the shooting when they talk about getting a deputy with the Coast Guard.
Requesting a deputy to assist them right along. I have
Delta 9 holding prayer.
Baker 3 en route.
81.
25 for evasion.
I'm out Coast Guard.
I'm not able to make out anything what she's saying.
10-4, show me the road.
Seagon 102.
This away from getting the program.
Tags. What additional units do I have coming to me?
I think 4571's arriving on scene. We're right behind the additional county unit in front of us. Past the rescue spot.
Seagon 1023.
Medic 14's arriving.
10-4. 14, if you come up to the scene, I'm going to have one PI with Medic 100.
Decom 3, you can clear Oak Island from standby for Southport.
10-4.
Now, they were using PI a lot on the scanner. That seems to be some sort of, some of you probably know this, a term for an injury or something. Personal injury or something? I'm not sure.
532, 1023.
532, 10-4.
But they used that several times. No, they were talking about, I think, victims at that point. Because I heard it several times in the scanner. But I don't know what that stands for. Some of our viewers think penetrating injury. I'm just not sure.
761.
It wouldn't have been person of interest. That's not how they were using it on the scanner.
93.
To repeat, the local outlet, the Stateport Pilot, which is a
return to service.
Southport news outlet,
371, 372 Mexican service.
they said that a boat had been stationary in the water near the bar for about an hour. And then, around 9:30, a person on the boat started firing toward the bar, American Fish Company, and then fled toward Oak Island on the intracoastal waterway, intracoastal waterway, up here towards Oak Island this way. That's from the Stateport Pilot. The Stateport Pilot reported that it was a 23-foot single-engine outboard and had a spotted dog on board. Now, I believe some people online, locals, are saying that sounds like a boat and a person they know. There has been no reliable sourcing that I've seen of a name of a person. people throwing around a name online. I cannot verify that that's the name of the suspect, and I'm not going to start giving out names. If I gave out a name of a suspect every time the internet said it was the suspect, I would have already on this channel given out lots of false names, which I don't want to ever be giving out a false name of a suspect. So I'm going to wait until I have better sourcing than that. But it could turn out that's the correct name. I just don't know. Matt Talmer thinks PI means person injured. All right, let me keep playing you some of the scanner replay here while we try to get more information.
Switching all to
7-7 traffic.
Silver, do me the semi assisted operations.
Decon 100, do I have another unit en route here?
Medic 14's arrived on scene. Just let us know where to go.
14, come to the entrance of the American Fish Company. I have one more patient that was grazed under the chin.
Okay, hear that? That's interesting. This is about 20 minutes after the shooting. Come to the American Fish Company. I have a patient. Did she say grazed under the chin?
To the entrance of the
14's arrived on scene. Just let us know where to go.
14, come to the entrance of the American Fish Company. I have one more patient that was grazed under the chin.
Grazed under the chin. That's what it sounded like.
Just let us know where to go.
14, come to the entrance of the American Fish Company. I have one more patient that was grazed under the chin.
We know that there's 3 dead. They said it on the scanner that there were 3 dead. In the immediate aftermath, they said there were 6 people reported down. Now, the person grazed under the chin, I don't know if they were down or not. And again, we don't know precisely the conditions of those 8 injured. They had said 3 yellow tag at one point on the scanner, which means urgent but not life-threatening. So, but you just heard, we heard a person had a hand injury. This person apparently was grazed under their chin.
14, come to the entrance of the American Fish Company. I have one more patient that was grazed under the chin.
10-4.
Lucky.
Down to 3, make it work.
4, juvenile return back man.
Correct time is 21:54.
The service.
32 units in 50.
I was not going to be up to 8. Still have sufficient resources.
Yeah, now at this point, listen to this.
I was not going to be up to 8. Still have sufficient resources.
Now, when they said 8 then, I don't know if they meant 8 injured. They might have meant 8 total. Because, you know, they on the scanner we hear they keep finding new people. The numbers of people injured could go up from the statement 3 dead, 8 injured, I think was around an hour ago from the city. So waiting to get a more of an official update. Toast and Loaf mentions walking wounded. There might have been people who got injured who just left the scene.
Where are you at?
617.
7-9.
Medic 14.
Your patient down here?
Copy. Still on pack.
Medic 4.
En route to Manhattan, Everton 18.
Time is 21:56.
8-4.
1021, Tasha, 1297 Finch Post Lane.
You know, we just got our truck back together. We're still on scene if you need anything.
You might be on Walter.
Go ahead.
Did you guys transport a patient?
Negative. We were working with the one that was CPR in progress.
10-4, copy that.
Hear that? So initially, we heard 2 black, which means 2 dead, and 1 CPR in progress. And then later they said now 3 dead. And that medic I think it's a medic, said that we were working with the one who was CPR in progress. I wonder if that was the person who died.
You might be on Walter.
Go ahead.
Did you guys transport a patient?
Negative. We were working with the one that was CPR in progress.
10-4, copy that.
Well, there you go. See? It sounded like that person died, unfortunately, because they said they didn't transport a patient. Yeah, very soon after the shooting, they said 2 black tag and 1 CPR in progress. Well, you just heard somebody say, we didn't transport anybody. We were working with the person who was CPR in progress. Really terrible, by the way. Condolences to the families of those who were killed. And hopefully everybody who was injured survives. I mean, this very well could just be random people shot. I don't know that there was any connection between the person who shot and the person they were shooting at. Either way, it's horrible. But people apparently just out hanging out, enjoying themselves on a Saturday night in a popular coastal area there. I've been to that area. It's a lovely area, Southport. Very popular area. A lot of people vacation there in the summer. We don't have a motive. It's the latest we heard, which was over an hour ago, I think, is that a person of interest was being questioned. And the person was firing from a boat.
Airline 3, copy on final for Brunswick.
This is a replay.
158.
We're playing some more of the scanner replay.
Show myself in Baker 3 on boat with Coast Guard.
10-4.
Baker 3 to 100.
Airline 3 is down safe. What's the base?
Copy down safe. Brunswick base 2159.
Tell me what's pending.
300, you on TAC 5.
In our vehicle in the area of Garnet Place Drive and Arnold Street.
Can you show me a route to lock out, please?
Additional welfare check 145 Carolina Farm.
Witnesses in there for police interviews. Okay, Ralph, one other thing, I'm bringing light towers in to light the area up, if you want to log that down. And also, do we have any fire coverage coming in to help us?
10-4, I've already spoke with Chief Price. He's covering our district for us as far as fire response.
You know, they talked about witnesses. I'm sure there's a lot of witnesses, I would think, because, you know, this happened where this restaurant was, where people were apparently still there. So they said they're interviewing witnesses. But I'm going to play a little more of the scanner replay. Let me just see if I can find you any updated information on this. This shooting happened about 3 hours ago. Intel Point Alert posted a photo, which he says an unconfirmed photo, reportedly showing the boat at Oak Island. Oak Island is about a couple miles away. You can see it says Oak Island here, but a couple miles away. Reportedly, the boat fled towards Oak Island. I'm going to post a link to this picture. I cannot confirm the picture is legit, but Intel Point Alert posted it. I just posted a link in the chat to the picture.
Dylan, CCOM 1023.
Dylan.
Again, the city said the boat fired from in front of American Fish Company.
For copy on call APS.
The American Fish Company it's right on the water. It has seats in a bar and live music right on the water there. You can see where it's located, right on the water. I haven't seen that the restaurant has posted anything. I have not seen that.
Street, 1061.
Unbelievable. Terrible. I'm just checking a bunch of different news outlets, local, national, and I have yet to see any further update.
13 disturbance, 1962 Trace Street, 1962 Trace Street. Caller advised she needs law enforcement quickly. Active disturbance on the phone. Advise a male subject put his hands on her. Unknown 84. Correction, no 84. Unknown 49 or 56.
10-4, 2-17.
10-4.
Delta's around.
Delta 10. Ever.
By the way, I have been saying beach because I was looking at this, I don't know. I mean, it looks like there's water. There's definitely water there. There's a pier there. I thought this was sand. I don't know how much people use this as a beach. So I'm sorry if I have that particular detail wrong. I mean, you can see it's right on the coast there. There's plenty of boats. There are beaches in the area. Oak Island is here. You can see all the beaches down here. So I apologize if I got that wrong. I mean, I've just been looking at this. It's right on the water. So
10-4, other Sunset 3 is correct.
I would have to look and ascertain. Oh, there's a beach. There's a beach right there. I'm literally looking. There's a beach. I just did a street view. Yes, there is a. It's not a huge. There's a sandy beach right outside of it. There's a sandy beach.
1021 request.
Right here. That is a beach. I just confirmed it. Right here.
Field American Fish Company.
But it's not a huge beach there. There's a much bigger beach right here, like Oak Island here. You see here? That's very popular area here. Beach area.
Apologies. If you were calling us, we're Sigma 51.
K. Ellen Brown says it is a beach. We love going there. So this is the Oak Island beach here. Well, there's different. This is Oak Island. Then there's Oak Island's Beach Village, Caswell Beach, very popular area here. And then up here is Southport.
Clear. Blue line. Station 810-4.
Yeah, Joe Strobe says it's sand there. Joe says it's not a beach, really beach people go to. Again, I think the bigger beach area here is a little bit south of there. But there is a beach there. But there's lots of boats there. You can see boats over here. There's the yacht basin is here. There's a whole other marina in here. Big boating area. I don't know where people were when they were shot, but it certainly sounds like people were shot at the American Fish Company. That's what it sounds like, but I haven't confirmed that.
East Leonard Street.
Okay. Let's try to get you some more information. I'm going to replay some more of the scanner traffic. It's been a long time since we had an update from this. Very little official information on this.
721. I'm taking a read back on that 20th.
I'm at 1. Respond to a Bravo traffic assault. 1962 Trace Street. 1962 Trace Street. Have LEO being dispatched. Clear midnight 40.
I'm going to play some of the scanner replay again.
Tell me what's being possible.
300, you want South
Carolina.
Hold on. I don't want to conflict with the live scanner.
Tell me what's being Perez.
You want Pac 5?
Robert Edward Zebra.
Every time I play the
Robert Ocean, Nora, Adam Lincoln, David Ocean, 6/8 of 2008.
This is all the live scanner, but it's not about this.
300, you want Pac 5?
In our vehicle in the area of Garnet Place Drive and Arnold Street.
Can you show me?
This is the replay.
Additional welfare check 145 Carolina.
Witnesses in there for police
We heard this.
Our District Force as far as fire response. Hey, 10-4, I got Station 7 on standby.
Understand.
300 from Station 35, taxi.
State Marine Patrol trying to see if anyone's in a vessel near the Wildlife Ranch Fish Factory Road. Just had one turn around heading back towards the ICW.
Can you grab my cell phone out of my car, sorry?
Airline flight off.
Copy, I'm walking right past it.
You can take a wildlife. It's going to be same as us. It's code card.
Southeast Leonard Street.
300 from 100. Monitoring on tag 5 if you need some.
Figure 3 to Lofty.
See, I'm at
Second
4
bridge,
371. Respond to Delta traffic fall at
So-
Terravilla, 1125 East Leonard Street, 1125 East Leonard, clear midnight, 41.
I don't know. I have not heard anything about a press conference. I've heard nothing about a press conference. The only official statement I've seen was in articles. It wasn't even posted on the city's social media. There are articles that say that they got a statement from the city manager, and that had to be over an hour ago. And I don't even think it was posted on the official city social media that I saw. So,
Seacom 721, I was
waiting for some sort of update.
South Carolina for that name, date of birth.
10-4, thank you.
Yeah, I've checked the city social media. I've checked the city police. I don't have any updates from there. So we're just waiting to hear more. But I've heard nothing about any kind of press conference. It is 12:43 a.m. local time. All right, hang on a moment here. Just checking a couple things.
I'm certainly going to have to decline. We got IFR conditions, fog developing.
Not hearing much on the live scanner. I have it on
I'm
anyway.
just trying to confirm you can see my field off
Declining due
location.
to IFR conditions. Fog forming. Time is 0043.
Playing some of the scanner replay too. Let me just do some of that.
Hey, you copy BC3 on tag 5.
ESA, show me on ping.
ESA
No disturbance.
post at the frying pan. If you want to come up to the scene, we'll go up to the frying pan.
10-4, I'm parked right here.
The Brunswick unit's going to be on the Coast Guard.
Marine Patrol calling unit on Coast Guard.
What you calling them? What you calling them? Sorry. Copy that. When we get launched, we're going to be leaving from the Fish Factory ramp, wherever y'all already covered.
Well, we just went under the old bridge through Oak Island, heading towards Middle.
Roger that. We will, we'll move towards...
Charlie 10, 1023.
Decom, engine 52.
6
212, Sitcom, I'll be 1023 to the lockout.
2004.
6271. We're leaving from the Fish Factory Wildlife Ramp. We will head towards the district.
Stanford, thank
7 to Seacom. About 7 minutes south of the bridge. Can you advise the bridge is clear?
We're mid contact with the same.
Copy, thank you.
The vessel, low landing, condos on Yacht Drive.
10-9 radius.
The vessel, possible matching the description. And now
Here.
the vessel.
Now what is this? This was about 10:05 p.m. when this came on. What is this?
Medic 1.
Hold on. What is this on the scanner replay? I'm going to play now.
9 radius breaking up. 10-4.
And now the vessel, possible matching the description. It's going to be the condos of Yacht Drive, Oak Island.
10-4.
All right. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear that?
You can hear full EMS.
That was from about 10:05 p.m.
And now the vessel, possible matching the description. It's going to be the condos of Yacht Drive, Oak Island.
Inbound with a vessel. I got to turn down the live scan. The live scanner is getting in the way now. Inbound with a vessel, possibly matching the description. I think he said Yacht Drive, Oak Island. Reportedly, the shooter fled up the intracoastal waterway to Oak Island. Oak Island's over here. There, see, Oak Island is here. Oak Island. They said Yacht Drive, Oak Island. Is there a Yacht Drive on Oak Island? Yeah, there's East Yacht Drive on Oak Island. Oh, Yacht Drive, it goes along the island. So you can see Yacht Drive here. It runs along the island. So, but it's on the north, right near the Intracoastal Waterway. So let me play that again from the scanner. That was about an hour. That was about a half hour after the shooting.
And now the vessel, possible matching the description. It's going to be the condos of Yacht Drive, Oak Island.
10-4.
The condos off Yacht Drive, Oak Island. One of our viewers thinks it's 55th Street. Are these the condos right here? Right here? One of our viewers said, are those the condos? Those condos? Right there? One of our viewers thought it was that. I don't know if it is. Let me play that again, though. I hadn't heard that before.
And now with the vessel, possible matching the description, give me the condos of Yacht Drive, Oak Island.
10-4.
Here.
So I cannot confirm that's where he was, but he did. I mean, that is right next to Yacht Drive, Oak Island. And then the shooting is here. Let me keep playing that and see if he says anything else on the scanner about it.
Yes, 102, medic 14, tac 5.
10-4. 10-4.
Yes, ma'am. You can show me back in
133, I'm on 1041.
Good job.
133, I'll be 1041 en route to Southport.
Location, Southport Marina.
Transport or refusal. Transport or refusal. Hold up.
You can show me
Go ahead.
that service as well.
Just put the notes, we're launching a 26-foot boat from Fish Factory Road. Can you log a tag at Fish Factory Wildlife Ramp, please?
Fish Company in Southport, do you have any units to be able to send?
Yeah, 10-4. 31, you direct.
Copy and out.
Seaguns right.
Negative 3.
Myself, Delta 90 Coast Guard are docked up at the boat landing. We're getting out on foot.
204 and 206 are en route to Southport for assistance.
102.
91, Medic 1. You can hit it to 1117, Medic 8, Town Creek.
500, 530.
530. Put me on those.
I'm out in my vehicle, Chief. I'll give you 21 shortly.
We're going to try to see if we can get some more fire equipment in here, and let's try to block the yacht basin off. We don't want any traffic coming past Caswell and Bay, and then we can block it also at Moore and Caswell, and let's completely block the whole yacht basin down to nothing but emergency services personnel.
Can you please repeat your earlier traffic reference?
Unconfirmed, but possible explosives on board.
Oh, hear that?
395.
I'm concerned about possible explosives on board.
Unconfirmed, but possible explosives on board.
So this is scanner traffic from like 2.5 hours ago. And we heard that one person on the scanner said they had a boat that matched the description a little ways away at Oak Island. And then you heard this.
Unconfirmed, but possible explosives on board.
I don't know if that's the same guy who said before that he had the boat matching the description. So that was about 10:10 p.m., about 2.5 hours ago. Oh, unconfirmed. Is he unconfirmed or I'm concerned?
Unconfirmed, but possible explosives on board.
I thought he said I'm concerned. Oh,
unconfirmed, but possible explosives on.
Unconfirmed, but possible explosives on board. I think it was unconfirmed. Thanks to the viewer who said that.
Unconfirmed, but possible explosives on board.
395 can be en route to the yacht basin.
395.
Where would you like this?
Command post 300.
Yeah, 300.
I'm just replaying this scanner traffic to see what we can hear, so I hadn't heard that before.
I got 372 is going to block Moore and Caswell, and I've got Fire Marshal 31 is going to block Bay and Caswell to try to start limiting any traffic down here.
Or like going up the West Brunswick Street, that direction, right there at the corner of Yacht Basin and Moore.
Family member up into the command post. He's waiting on a chaplain. I got FM 30 coming in.
That didn't sound good. Family member waiting on a chaplain.
To help assist some of these people.
All right, careful. I'm 7 I'm going to be 7 and 8.
Delta 1, I'm telling you.
Come 395 to Robin.
1671's arrived on scene of a medium-sized two-story residential structure, nothing visible from the exterior. I'll have command, I'll be out investigating.
All right, let me do a quick check and see if there's any updated reporting on this. So, the city did say over an hour ago that there was a person of interest in custody. We haven't heard more after that. And very little officially coming out about this, but 3 dead, 8 injured after a person on a boat fired at people apparently at American Fish Company Bar, which is right on the coast, right on the beach coast area in Southport, North Carolina. Oops. That's loud. That's the live scanner. It's so loud.
Station 32. Respond to Delta response. Coastal water rescue with multiple patients. At 10, Coquina Trail. Cross streets or South Bluff headline.
That's the live
South
scanner.
Bluff headline. Respond on TAC 6.
That's the live scanner. Sounded like another incident having to rescue people. But I don't know that.
Medicaid. Respond to Bravo response. Interfacility transport. Brunswick Cove Nursing Home. At 1478 River Road. Cross streets are Big Buck Trail and Mallory Creek Drive.
No, that mentioned a nursing home. They just mentioned. TYR says lifelong resident of the county. This is not typical of the area. Southport's a lovely town, lovely there in Southport, and then Oak Island, very popular beach area.
We're handling that traffic for 8. They're direct.
Here is Oak Island right here, and there's Southport. But again, the shooter reportedly fled up the intracoastal waterway towards Oak Island. And we heard on the scanner about about a half hour after the shooting, 45 minutes after the shooting, on the scanner, one of the law enforcement said that they had a boat that matched the description of the suspect boat near the condos on Yacht Ave. And shortly after that, on the scanner, it said. Shortly after that, on the scanner, it said. I don't know if it was the same person, said unconfirmed explosives on board. So they were saying there might be explosives on board that boat. I want to play some more of the scanner replay. I'd kind of like to turn off the live scanner, but I don't want to completely turn it off yet because you never know what we'll hear. But in the absence of new information, I'm going to play some more of the scanner replay. Guys, again, I'm not going to say a name. There's names floating around, rumored names of a suspect. I'm not going to say rumored names, okay? I will repeat this. We have covered numerous shootings where the internet insisted that person X was the shooter, where the chat insisted that person X was the shooter, where people messaged me, angry at me, because I would not name the confirmed name of the shooter, and then it turns out that person is not the shooter. So I am not going to say, hey, the internet rumors say it's this person, because it might not be that person. So I do appreciate people letting me know about this. I've been looking it up, but I do not have reliable enough sourcing to give that name on the air.
In Southport.
Seen a couple names, actually.
11, unable to advise. We make Coast Guard direct. They're on standby. Reference this traffic. We can have them launch if you'd like.
This is still live scanner right here.
Let's go ahead and have them launch. We can't launch our due to protocol.
CNR in the area, George 2 and Danford Road. George 2 and Danford Road. Red SUV with hazards on, driving 80 miles an hour. On George 2, headed towards 17.
10,
10-4.
Yeah, the 3 and 10, 7, 10.
I don't think there's been any public announcement from anyone among the authorities except for this this statement that some articles said came from the city. I don't think the city's even posted it publicly. So, waiting to get more information. I'm going to play some more scanner replay.
Would you like them to launch an aircraft or a watercraft?
I'm going to turn down the live scanner a bit because we're really not hearing much relevant on the live scanner at this moment.
398, 102.
This is
West
the
Bay Street
replay.
and South Castle.
This is the replay.
I'll be 1041 around Southport.
Need to know how many people were transported and where they were transported to. Really,
10-4, I'll step outside and signal with you.
Disturbance also have an EMS.
270 Holden Beach Road near Diana's income tax for the tax lady. Male and female walking in front of traffic trying to stop cars.
Crazy. The female hit and pushed the RP. No 84.
We're going to be transporting one to Dozier. Mileage is 198,991. 10-4.
I'm walking up to you.
10-4. Our vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive.
What is that? Hold on.
Note. Vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive. Vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive.
I couldn't make out what that person was saying there. Standby reference boat? Possible something?
Our vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive.
10-4.
Standard by reference note. Possible explosive. 10-4. Our vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive.
Possible explosives? Is that what it was?
10-4. Our vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive.
I'm wondering if it's the same guy who was talking about the boat before.
Psychiatric violent patient 8921 Old
Our vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive.
10-4.
Vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive. Vehicle's clear. Standard by reference note. Possible explosive.
Hold on a second here. Yeah, again, that was about 2.5 hours ago, but at that point, the person sounded like that was the person who said they spotted the boat, or what looked like the boat.
You guys need further over there?
I'm out the Coast Guard doing 951 for now. Could you go up and check on a few people that there's really upset? 10-4.
Advising no longer need assistance.
Got it that way now. Thank you.
There, they need additional Southport.
10-12, I'm checking.
We're right there.
We're now serious.
So we're at the 55th Street Dock.
Question, go ahead.
Now, one of our viewers said they thought that when the person said, we have a boat, and the boat is at the condos on Oak Island. Should I turn off the live scanner? It's very,
You're on the beach.
I'm sorry, it's very hard to have the live scanner on.
Located and are on the beach. My time the next day.
Because the live scanner is constantly on, but it's not about this at all anymore. So it's just hard because it's literally always, it's been like constantly on, and none of it has been about this for like an hour. So it just makes it hard for me to listen to the replay and to talk to you about stuff. I'm going to put it on low volume. It's just driving me crazy a little bit. So no, this is what you're hearing now is not the replay. What you're hearing now is the live scanner. The live scanner I've just had on the whole time. Periodically, I put the replay on. So what we heard on the replay was that someone thought they had, one of the law enforcement had thought they saw the boat on at Oak Island near Yacht Ave by the condos. And one of our viewers said, oh, that's by 55th Street. Here. Right there. Well, as I continued to play the replay of the scanner, I heard 55th Street.
Anyone, if you handle operations still further.
Hey, what?
Roger.
Basin Drive.
Units en route, Old American Fish Company. Callers are advising.
Oh, wait, that's the old thing. Hold on. That was old. That was very
Now, serious.
We're running there. We're not serious.
So we're at the 55th Street dock.
Here.
So we're at the 55th Street dock.
We're at the 55th Street dock. So is that where they found the boat that looked like the... oh, see, it says 55th Municipal Boat Ramp. One of our viewers just pointed out that. 55th Street Municipal Boat Ramp. I mean, that's not where the shooting was. That's Oak Island. That sounds like maybe where they found the boat that had possible explosives they set on it.
Flashing to go.
123. Clear detention, code 1 and 3, and right back to Southport.
Never.
Seacom 532, we're not getting an answer from Baker 3. You can respond at this time. He's going to be at 10-4 checking around.
Come Baker 3.
Go ahead, 4.
Human information reference Northwest 10th Street, 152 Northwest, 2 neighbors boat being gone. Hospital is at that address. Come.
Now, what is this? This is another thing on the scanner from a couple hours ago. Is this people reporting that their neighbor's boat was gone? And they think their neighbor was involved? Is that what this is?
Information reference Northwest 10th Street, 152 Northwest 10th Street, reference to neighbor's boat being gone. Hospital is at that address. Coming off of 55th boat ramp at this time.
All right, what is that about?
He's advising that subject is a loose cannon.
Subject is a loose cannon. Okay, well, listen to this. This is the scanner replay from around 10:15 p.m. This would be about 45 minutes after the shooting. It's the same location. Listen to this.
Human information reference Northwest 10th Street, 152 Northwest 10th Street, reference to neighbor's boat being gone. Hospital is at that address. Coming off of 55th boat ramp at this time. He's advising that subject is a loose cannon.
Yeah.
So they said subject is a loose cannon. They said coming off of 55th boat ramp. Now they said 10th Street, but 10th Street isn't there. That's 55th and Yacht. So it's, again, it's a little confusing, but hold on. Hang on. John. Oh, the city's, hold on. The city is streaming a Facebook thing, but it's bad quality. Hold on. The city is streaming live right now. Hold on. You can barely hear a thing. You can't hear anything. Guys, the audio is awful. Hold on. It's also sideways. I'll be able to replay this, and I'll try to get you a different source. This is live video, but you can't hear and it's sideways. I can fix the sideways. I can bump up the audio. I don't know how much we'll hear.
Those who have been affected by this, your prayers and your thoughts. Our community tonight, I want to say that I'm comfortable to say that there is no, we don't feel like there's any additional threats to the community right now. We're working with neighboring Oak Island with a possible suspect. Maybe we'll have more information on that at a later time. So again, I just want to appreciate everyone for being here tonight again. Keep the community and those involved, our families, and your thoughts and prayers.
I'm going to play this again. I'm going to play it again, and we can barely hear it, and I'll tell you what he said. I can play this again. Sorry, it took a sec to do all that. Give me a moment here. Just give me a moment. Give me one moment. Okay, moments ago. Here's the announcement. It said 1 minute, 13 seconds. I'm listening. Okay, possibly. All right, the first thing he said was possibly coming from a boat that was out in the waterway. We have multiple agencies.
Responding to assist Southport tonight to include Oak Island, Rolling Spring Lake, Shallow, North Carolina SDI is here, ATF is with us, the district attorney is here on site with us. Multiple partners are here across the county and the state, so we're certainly appreciative of that. Unfortunately, we do have 3 deceased at the establishment that we are dealing with right now, working the crime scene. We have possibly 6 that are injured at local hospitals that are receiving treatment. We don't have the names, and we'll not be releasing any names right now due to notifications that need to be made to those families. We just ask that you keep those that have been affected by this in your prayers and your thoughts. Our community tonight, I want to say that I'm comfortable to say that there is no, we don't feel like there's any additional threats to the community right now. We're working with neighboring Oak Island with a possible suspect. Maybe we'll have more information on that at a later time. So I'm comfortable to say that there is no this in your prayers and your thoughts. Our community tonight.
I'm going to just replay this.
We just ask that you keep those that have been affected by this in your prayers and your thoughts. Our community tonight, I want to say that I'm comfortable to say that there is no, we don't feel like there's any additional threats to the community right now. We're working with neighboring Oak Island with a possible suspect. Maybe we'll have more information on that at a later time. So again, I just want to appreciate everyone for being here.
That was so hard to hear. 3 dead. It sounded like they thought there were 6 injured at local hospitals. It sounded like he said, we don't think there's additional risk at this time, although it was tough to make out. And then he also said something about a suspect, but it was very, very, very difficult to make out. Could you guys make that out? I mean, I literally, you don't know, I have the audio boosted so much, and we could barely hear it. And I have my headphones in. No additional threat, is that what he said? But he said 3 dead, and I think he said 6 injured at local hospitals. People are saying no, but what do you mean to the, what, I forget, what are people are saying no to me. Do you mean you couldn't hear it? Or just no, did I ask you a question? I can't remember what I asked you. It literally is 1 minute and 13 seconds long. It's the City of Southport Facebook channel. Let me just see what he said about the suspect again. Can we hear this?
Those that have been affected by this in your prayers and your thoughts. Our community tonight, I want to say that I'm comfortable to say that there is no, we don't feel like there's any additional threats to the community right now. We're working with neighboring Oak Island with a possible suspect. Maybe we'll have more information on that at a later.
Again, he said possible suspect. I couldn't make out what he said about the possible suspect. Yeah, let me check one of the local channels that maybe had somebody there and can say what he said. But again, he said 3 dead, 6 injured. And it sounded like he said something like there's no additional threat. And he mentioned a possible suspect. But, I mean, it was really, and he didn't take, the whole thing is 1 minute and 13 seconds long. Yeah, we'll have more information later. He definitely said 3 dead. Here, hold on. I'll play this part again.
FBI is here. ATF is with us. The district attorney is here on site with us. Multiple partners are here across the county and the state, so we're certainly appreciative of that. Unfortunately, we do have 3 deceased at the establishment that we are dealing with right now, working the crime scene. And we have possibly 6 that are injured at local hospitals that are receiving treatment.
3 deceased at the establishment, he said. 3 deceased at the establishment, which I assume is the American Fish Company, and possibly 6 receiving treatment at local hospitals. So he definitely said that. So that's why I have on the screen 3 dead, 6 injured. Now, maybe there are other people who are injured who are not at local hospitals. But for the moment, I'm going with 3 dead and 6 injured. And again, very hard to hear. Working with Oak Island on a possible suspect. Is that what he said? Let's see. Hold on. That's what one of our viewers said. Fecal.
Oak Island with a possible suspect. Maybe we'll have more information on that.
Yes. He said, we're working with neighbor Oak Island on a possible suspect or with a possible suspect. Thank you to our viewer. F, I'll say the viewer is. Yeah, Oak Island is right across the Intracoastal Waterway from Southport. So he said, we're working with Oak Island on a possible suspect. We listened to the scanner replay and heard on the scanner replay, we've been listening to the scanner replay, hearing them talk about, we think we have a boat that matches the description. There's unconfirmed report of explosives on the boat. We were just listening to a replay from the scanner, and I'm going to play you that again, where somebody claimed they knew the suspect and said he was a loose cannon, I think it was. Yeah, sounded to me like he said we're working with neighboring Oak Island with a possible suspect. I don't even think, and you know, the other thing is that this starts after he is speaking already, because if you press play right at the start, he's already talking. Yeah, so again, I apologize that this is all we have here. It's about a minute. But he did say 3 dead at the establishment, which I couldn't hear the beginning, but I assume he meant, and I'll double check it with local, because I'm sure there was some local reporters there. But 3 dead, 6 injured, 3 dead at the establishment, which I'm going to assume, because that's what's been reported on the scanner and in the media, American Fish Company. And it sounded like he said something like, we don't think there's an additional threat now. That's what it sounded like to me. It was very hard to make out. And they are working with Oak Island, which is right next to them, on or with a possible suspect. And they will have more information on that. And I'm going to check right now and play on the scanner what we just heard about maybe a neighbor who knew the suspect. You can find that at the City of Southport Facebook. Thank you, by the way. A couple of viewers said that was live when it was live, so we were able to catch it. And then also Intel Point Alert mentioned it as well. And it's about a 1 minute and 13 second video on the website of the City of Southport on their Facebook page. And it's kind of strange because if you go to the City of Southport Facebook page, 14 minutes ago, first of all, I have to get rid of that thing because it's sideways. So if you look here, this is the city's Facebook page. 14 minutes ago, they posted the video. And then 11 minutes ago, they said, brief update on tonight's shooting from Police Chief Todd Coring. Oh, that's who was speaking. I think they meant to post that on the previous post. Anyways, that was the police chief. So they didn't post what was being said, though. Let me play the thing from the scanner again. So, I mean, you just heard that was the update from the city. Is there a second video? Well, that's where they posted it. Here is what we heard on the scanner. This is from about 45 minutes after the shooting, about possible neighbor saying something about the suspect.
Old American Fish Company.
Sorry. That's not the right place. Here.
He's advising that subject is looking gone. Possibly
here, right here.
Receiving information, reference Northwest 10th Street, 152 Northwest 10th Street, reference to neighbor's boat being gone. Possibly is at that address. Coming off of 55th boat ramp at this time. He's advising that subject is a loose cannon.
So that was interesting, that post. That So what they said is that 152 North 10th Street, I think they said. Northeast 10th Street, Oak Island? Okay, that's 10th Street, 152 Northeast 10th Street. So here is where the shooting was here. There's where the shooting was. It sounds like, and they said then on the scanner that they had a possible boat near Yacht Drive on Oak Island, and it sounds like maybe in the area of 55th Street was the possible boat. And then we just heard, it sounded like they were saying somebody who lives at or near 152 Northeast 10th Street on Oak Island noticed that their neighbor's boat was missing. And also we heard coming off the ramp at 55th Street or something, which I don't know how the person could be at 10th Street and 55th Street, but also suspect is a loose cannon. So it's a little confusing there. It sounds like we're getting a bunch of different information, but I'll play it again.
Receiving information, reference Northwest 10th Street, 152 Northwest 10th Street, reference to neighbor's boat being gone, possibly lives at that address, coming off of 55th boat ramp at this time. He's advising that subject is a loose cannon.
Yeah.
So that's 152 North 10th Street is here, and possibly that's where the suspect lives, maybe right there? Is that what it is? They said I don't know. I'm just repeating what we heard on the scanner. That's 152 North 10th Street. But there maybe that's the wrong address. I mean, I'm literally just repeating what was said on the scanner. And somebody noticed their neighbor's boat was missing, and it's a loose cannon, and they're saying, I guess maybe that's the suspect. But they also, was it Northwest 10th Street? Hold on a second. Maybe I have it wrong. That's Northeast. Let me play this again.
Receiving information, reference Northwest 10th Street.
Northwest 10th Street.
Northwest 10th Street.
Well, I stand corrected. I stand corrected. It was 152 Northwest 10th Street. Thank you for the correction. 152 Northwest 10th Street, not Northeast 10th Street. And I couldn't tell if that's where the neighbor lived or where the suspect possibly lived. Anyways, don't hold firm to that address, but you heard it. It said, I'll play it again for you. I've played it several times. You can hear the actual
information, reference Northwest 10th Street, 152 Northwest 10th Street, reference to neighbor's boat being gone, possibly lives at that address, coming off of 55th boat ramp at this time. He's advising that subject is a loose cannon.
Okay, so possibly lives at that address. I don't know how the neighbor said he noticed the boat was missing, but I don't know that the neighbor saw him coming off the 55th Street ramp. So
coming off of 55th boat ramp.
Yeah, so, but 55th is where maybe the boat was found after. Now, hold on a second here. Again, so that's not, you just heard what I heard. What, that's a possible address. But just to be clear, things like that on the scanner can turn out wrong. So you need to take a grain of salt the exact address and that report as well. So it's possible that that the suspect lives in that area, but maybe it's not.
He's advising that.
Some of our viewers think that they have an address. Again, I'm not going to start saying that's where the suspect lives. Viewers say it in my chat is not reliable and information enough for me to say, hey, look at this. All right, so I appreciate you trying to figure things out, but I'm not going to start repeating stuff like that on the air. I'm happy to tell you what's being said on the scanner. Some of our viewers are saying, hey, there's a house with a boat in the front on the street view. I have no idea if that's, I don't know if that's where the suspect lives.
Can I get a quick check, please?
12 Sitcom, you show me an area 10 to locate, please.
C3, give me a 21 when you're available.
I'm going to replay some more of the scanner. That's what I'm going to do.
Any units responding to my location can flow the traffic. We're 51.
Let's listen to some more of the scanner and see if we can hear anything.
VC3 to a Southport unit. It's not 10-6. I need you on the staircase of frying pan. 395 on the left. Everything's 10-4. We just got to get this access under control up here.
Just to make you aware, spoke with Dozier. They're able to handle 3 deceased. We got 4571. They're gonna be staging down here for walk.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna replay that. I want to get the map up for you again. Why is this not working here? Why is this not working? Why is it not giving me the option to do anything? Let's try this again. There. Okay. So we are covering, there was a shooting where a person on a boat shot people now I can't say this for sure because I couldn't hear the start of the quick media announcement, but reportedly the 3 people were dead. Police said 3 people were killed, 6 were injured, the report came in that this was at the American Fish Company. That was on the scanner. Unfortunately, the city posted a part of a quick update from the police where you couldn't hear the start of it. So I couldn't, he said 3 were dead at the establishment. I'm assuming he was saying American Fish Company. Because we heard that on the scanner too, but I haven't had that confirmed. But that's where everything was being reported and we heard on the scanner. So I'm assuming the 3 people dead were at the American Fish Company and 6 injured. And a person on a boat just shot people. This is in Southport. It's a lovely town on the water. There's a small beach right next to that, right here is a beach next to the Frying Pan Seafood Restaurant and American Fish Company here, bar. And this down here, Oak Island, is next to it. And Oak Island, very popular beach area. I've been to both these places. And they, on the scanner, were talking about possibly finding the suspect's boat at Oak Island. And in the press conference, or that wasn't a press conference, in the recent media announcement, the police said they were working with neighbor Oak Island on a suspect. And a person, a report on the scanner from somebody on Oak Island said they noticed their neighbor's boat missing, and that the neighbor is a loose cannon. So I'm going through some more of the scanner replay to see if they talked about any more of this.
571. They're gonna be staging down here for walk-ups, and 398 is gonna be transporting the DOAs once the time arrives.
See, they're talking about transporting the 3 DOAs.
2-4.
It's responding, can slow traffic, use signal 51. 531, 10-4.
1041.
10-4.
Shaycom 184, show me.
Also, just to recap, on the scanner they were saying the boat they found that might be the suspect's boat possibly had explosives on board.
Shaycom 184, show me at 55th Street boat ramp assisting. Yes, so.
And 55th Street boat ramp appears to be where they found this suspect boat. That's what it appears to be. And we keep hearing 55th Street boat ramp on the scanner replay. And that is 55th Street boat ramp right there. So it appears that maybe that in that area is where they found the suspect's boat.
Seeking Fish Road 5161 back to service.
Unit 10-9.
532 out, units at the boat ramp.
532, 10-4, thank you.
Has been secured on Coast Guard vessel.
You can hear at this point on the scanner replay, they have units at the boat ramp. There's no need for them to just, they wouldn't just have, that boat ramp, I want to say, is a couple miles away from the, it's a little ways away from the shooting. So they wouldn't just randomly have units at this boat ramp.
Where you want them at?
At this moment, anybody's in the same vicinity? Bertrand, I see Delta 8 there.
I'll be 51. Copy 51.
FM 31 to command. Okay.
ABLs are still in Southport. We're checking with Oak Island to see if anybody's out with them. Oh, Oak Island's out with Baker 3.
532, go ahead.
10-4, confirming. Do you have one detained out there?
10-4, we have one detained.
Now, what is that? Is that about this?
10-4, confirming. Do you have one detained out there?
10-4, we have one detained.
Now, is that about this when they say the one detained? This is about 45 minutes after
ABLs
the
are
shooting.
still in Southport. We're checking with Oak Island to see if anybody's out with them. Oh, Oak Island's out with Baker 3.
532, go ahead.
10-4, confirming. Do you have one detained out there?
10-4, we have one detained.
That might have been them saying they had one detained about over the. That might be the person in custody. Again, that post is that's from about 10:20 p.m. Well, actually, more like 10:10 p.m. But I don't know. That might not be the same. That might be something different.
Oh, where you wanted them staged at?
Seacom 309, 532 is out at the boat ramp with county units confirming one detained at the boat ramp.
One detained at the boat ramp. Okay, so that is about, again, 45 minutes after the shooting. They say on the scanner, one detained at the boat ramp. So did they find him on his boat at that boat ramp and detain him? Oh, I want to clarify this so people stop bothering me about it. This might sound strange to you. I am not allowed to use Street View. I have actually spoken to Google about it. Google has said specifically in response to my query, we cannot allow you to use Street View. The pictures are copyrighted. So feel free to use Street View on your own. If I see something on Street View, I will tell you. I can post a link to it. But literally have been told by the source, they have different copyright regulations for maps versus Street View. Street View is a no-no. It's very, very specific regulations they have on Street View. So I have messaged with them about it. So I'm sorry I can't show you Street View, but that's what they told me. So again, I'm sorry, but this is not coming from any. This is coming from them.
Seacom. 13. My apologies, go ahead.
I'll be out on Holden Beach Road and Red Bug Road, reference to suspects flagging me down. If you could have Charlotte PD 25 with me, please.
Come in. 13, do you need them 1018?
Negative.
10-4.
Just command post 10-4. If you can get the chaplains to let's move the family members to Edgewater, they're opening up their restaurant for any family members or victims.
Yep.
That's near the where the shooting happened. Talking about chaplains, it's terrible. That's if we can go back over there. That's at the American Fish near the American Fish Company, which is here. And they said they're moving people over to the Edgewater is here. See, so here's American Fish Company right there. That's where the shooting happened. And then they said, well, we're moving people over to the Edgewater. I think the Edgewater might have been where the police were talking, where that where the chief of police spoke a short time ago. We're playing some more of the scanner replay to see if we can hear anything more about the suspect. To repeat, on the scanner we heard that, so here's the shooting, intracoastal waterway here. We heard that a boat was seen a couple miles away up the water by Oak Island, specifically near the 55th Street Municipal Boat Ramp. We heard a boat matching the description of the suspect boat was there. We heard that it had possible explosives on it. We also heard that they had taken someone into custody at that boat ramp.
Well, thank you. 10-4, I'm coming into Southport now. Where you need me?
All right, hold on a second. Let me check something. There's one other thing I want to check now too.
So if you
I was checking the Oak Island police social media. I didn't see anything there. We just heard the police update. The latest update from police is 3 dead, 6 injured. That is from the police. Oh, Intel Point Alert pointed out that Star News Online said that, okay, so Star News on, we didn't see the whole, it was a brief update by the police chief, by the Southport police chief, but they only posted a minute of it. Star News Online says, during that update, the police chief said there were 2 crime scenes. One where the shooting took place, and one where a person of interest is being questioned on Oak Island, and it's too early to say what the motive might have been. Okay, so it sounded from the scanner like a person was in custody at the 55th Street boat ramp. That's what they said on the scanner. I don't know where that person is right now. But though there's the shooting scene, which I wish I could see the full press announcement. But everything I've heard says it's American Fish Company. And looks like about 2 miles away up the intracoastal waterway on Oak Island is where a suspect is being, a person of interest is being questioned. And there is no motive yet and no name officially of a suspect yet. Hang on a moment here. Okay.
You can divert to Oak Island, 55th Street. I have a supervisor over there. Appreciate it.
And we're hearing a lot of talk on the scanner replay from about 45 minutes after the shooting, where they're talking about 55th boat ramp.
Oak Island.
55th Street boat ramp.
5th Street boat ramp, from what I understand.
They keep talking about it.
That's correct, Temple. Fish Factory. Street, Oak Island, boat ramp. Cool.
51. 51. See Medic 5, you can show us the route in 125.
In front of the door. Post to anybody at headquarters.
No, there's vehicle 400.
10.
Signal 45, 114 Causeway Drive, 114 Causeway Drive at Tsunami Surf Shop. Point of activation, east motion at 2220.
Yeah, Chief, no one's at headquarters now. We just arrived with that water.
Station 15-3. Traffic and light. Team 66436 Destin Ocean.
Tracking 531 to a 1021, 5419 East Oak Island Drive at Falls of Oak Island. They're requesting to know if he needs to take any precautions.
What is this?
My apologies. Tracking 531 to a 1021, 5419 East Oak Island Drive at Falls of Oak Island. They're requesting to know if he needs to take any precautions.
10-4, I'll handle that.
10-4, thank you.
91 City Com, it's real taxi call. EMS, Northern Light, ED reference unconscious patient. Not going to be involved in that MBA. Alright, same as back awake at this time if you have EMS or out.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll be in route to the middle for standby. Can you request New Hanover for
30 BC3.
Yeah, FM 30.
10-4, I'm being told by a BSL police officer not to take anybody over to Edgewater. What do you want me to do?
Right, 1 second. 300, you direct on that traffic?
Where's he at?
He just left the frying pan going down to Edgewater.
1082, 2134 Willow Street, 234 Willow Street, active disturbance.
I'm just seeing if we can hear anything more on the scanner about this person they took into custody. They said around the 55th Street boat ramp.
On the line, trying to gather further color. Wasn't responding.
I'll be out with 211 North End Light, 1050. Same's going to be SHP, or they're requesting assistance through that Southport traffic.
Right. Check a little more here.
10-4.
FM 30.
10-4.
The frying pan going down to Edgewater.
1082, 2134 Willow Street, 234 Willow Street, active disturbance on the line, trying to gather further color.
I'll be out with 211 North End Light, 1050. SHP, or they're requesting assistance through that Southport traffic.
I'm unsure. We'll contact them.
Vehicles, one partially in the roadway, one major damage.
You can put the cat 7 CCOM. I'm out with Dustin 9 and Baker 3.
300 command post.
Kilo 13. I'll be en route to that 1080.
10-4.
Water, there has to be a police officer with them and a chaplain, and they cannot leave.
10-4, so far we've only had one that FM 32, and then I've got a second one up here LEO's with now.
Make sure, 100 said just make sure they don't leave.
Be advised it's going to be 3 vehicles, 2 possible PIs at this time. We'll advise further.
I think I'm on a 2. Assuming EMS commands down here at this incident, 100's going to be returning back to service.
All right, so let's kind of take stock on what happened. All right, I'm going to take a few comments now too. So, just to go over what we know. So, what we know is this, is that around 9:30 tonight, we're talking about Southport. Southport's a lovely town on the water in North Carolina. There is a restaurant bar called American Fish Company, which is on the water. There's a little beach right there. And there's a restaurant called Frying Pan Seafood, which is, their website links to Frying Pan. I don't know if it's owned by the same people. Anyways, this is a bar that is right on the water. Around 9:30 tonight, someone in a boat started firing on people in that area. I don't know if everybody was at the restaurant, was at the bar, but apparently, from what police said, a short while ago, 3 people at the establishment were killed, and 6 people in that area were injured and hospitalized. The boat apparently fled up the intracoastal waterway toward in the direction of Oak Island. This is Oak Island right here. Oak Island, this island here. From what we heard on the scanner traffic, they took somebody into custody around 55th Street, which is, if I can do it here, measured distance, about, actually it's about more than 2 miles. My mileage, about 4 or 5 miles up the Intracoastal Waterway, about 4 or 5 miles away. We heard on the scanner that they took someone to custody around the near the 55th Street Municipal Boat Ramp. Police in their recent announcement said there is a person of interest they are working with. Did they use suspect? Now I'm trying to remember what they said. I think they said we're working with Oak Island on a suspect. But the city has confirmed a person of interest is in custody. Okay? And at one point on the scanner, at a couple points on the scanner, they talked about possible explosives being on the suspect's boat, the suspected boat. Also, there was someone on the scanner who said that they lived on Oak Island and their neighbor's boat was missing, and they thought the neighbor, it sounded like, might be the suspect, and they said he's a loose cannon. There's rumors floating around online of who the suspect might be, but I have not heard any media outlet report that. I have no idea if the name floating around online is the suspect or not. Maybe somebody has good information about this online, but there's no way for me to know if they have good information or not at this point from what I'm seeing. And we don't have a motive yet. But again, somebody did this on a boat. And apparently, it sounded like on the scanner the person was taken into custody after their boat was spotted in the area of the 55th Street boat ramp. So that's the basics of what happened. And I'm guessing we might not get an update from authorities tonight because we just heard a short update, around 1 a.m. local time. It's really terrible. Certainly condolences to the families of the people who were killed. I mean, people just apparently hanging out at a bar. And I hope everybody injured survives. I don't know. Some people in the chat are talking about the boat being stolen. I don't know if this was the person's boat, if this boat was stolen. There was a local outlet, I think, that said there was also a dog reportedly on the boat. I'm not sure if that's true. But again, the police did not, in their announcement, identify a shooter. Oh, by the way, I should mention also that there was a photo posted of possibly the boat. So, Intel Point Alert posted this. I'm going to post a link to it in the chat right now. It is a boat that Intel Point Alert says this was at the 55th. It's an unconfirmed photo, reportedly, of a boat at the 55th Street boat launch, which is where we heard the suspect got taken into custody, and possibly, I don't even know where this photo is from. Did somebody post it on Facebook or something? It's possibly the suspect's boat. Looks like maybe a police vehicle next to it. I'll post the link to that again in the chat. You can see it if you want. If you click on the link, you can see that from Intel Point Alert. But it's a boat next to maybe a police boat. I don't have the rights to the picture, so I can't show the picture, but I posted the link. Yeah, lots of people have boats there. I was trying to figure. I don't know where that picture came from, but could be legit. I'm gonna look at also at what I know. People have been sending me stuff. Also, Intel Point Alert just posted there was a shooting outside a casino in Eagle Pass, Texas, being reported. So I'll have to see if I see anything more about that. Oh, you know what? There is a better, it looks like there's a better version of this. Now, I can't steal this, but maybe I can watch it and link it to you. Just Ask Scott sent me, somebody else posted, I think, a better version of the person speaking. I'll post a link to it and you can listen to it of the police of the chief of police speaking. Hold on. Let me just make sure here. I don't know if it's a screen grab or what. Where is this? Hang on. Give me a moment. Give me one moment. I'm going to post a link that Just Asked Scott sent me from Chino News. They posted a better, it's a minute and 45 seconds. I'm posting it right now. Chino News, CHYNO News, at Chino News on X, and you can watch that yourself. I just want to see, did the person say, did the chief of police say, did he say, let me just see, at the beginning, did he say it was definitely at the American Fish Company? Yes, so he does confirm it was at American Fish Company. And he said 3 people were dead at the establishment. And then maybe I can make out what he said exactly at the end. Hang on. One moment. Okay, so he said there's no additional threats to the community. I will post a link again to that video that was posted by Chino News. I don't know if they took it or got it from somewhere, but you can go watch it over there. But just to confirm, he said what we thought he said, that there's no sign of, he said something like, we don't think there's any additional threats, and they are working with neighbor Oak Island on a suspect. And this was at American Fish Company. So thank you to the viewers who shared that with me. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oak Island Police just posted. I have an update. Thank you to Ocean. I checked before. I didn't see anything. Ocean mentioned the Oak Island Police has just Southport person of interest detained. Okay, hold on a second here. Person of interest detained. This is from the Oak Island Police Department, okay? I'm going to show you right now. Thanks so much to Ocean for mentioning this. A single individual was detained at the public boat ramp. All right, let's look at this. Thank you, Ocean. Let's look at this from Oak Island Police. I am getting it up for you right now on the screen. Here it is. Oak Island Police. Oh, they have it posted here. Oh, well, it doesn't work. On Facebook, they say, on Saturday, September 27th, 2025, at approximately 9:30 p.m., members of the Southport Police Department were dispatched to a call of shots fired with multiple injuries at the American Fish Company, which is a pub restaurant. Just prior, a boat with a single occupant traveling on the Cape Fear River paused briefly at the American Fish Company and opened fire, fatally wounding 3 patrons at the restaurant bar and injuring at least 8 others. Okay, so they say at least 8 injured. The boat then fled the area towards the intracoastal waterway in the direction of Oak Island. Let me take this off now because this is going to be old. Hang on. I'm going to keep reading, but I'll remove the red ticker in a second. Shortly after 10 p.m., the U.S. Coast Guard observed a single individual matching the description of the shooter loading their boat at the public boat ramp on Northeast 55th Street in Oak Island. That's about 5 miles away. The Coast Guard crew detained the suspect, who is now being held by the Oak Island Police Department and will be turned over to the Southport Police Department for questioning with assistance from the State Bureau of Investigation. Importantly, there is no known further credible threat to the public. Officers and deputies from multiple agencies remain in place to help ensure additional security for the greater area. This investigation is still in an immediate response stage. However, further updates on suspect identity and charges will be provided directly by the City of Southport as they become available. Updates will be added to the original social media notice post by the City of Southport, which has been shared here. First of all, let me turn off the red ticker. So, confirmed suspect in custody. And he was taken into custody at the 55th Street dock, like we thought. There it is. Again, the boat had a single occupant on it. It paused briefly at the American Fish Company. It opened fire. 3 patrons dead, at least 8 other patrons, it says, injured. About a half hour later, the U.S. Coast Guard observed a single individual matching the description of the shooter, I guess it was a description of the shooter, loading their boat at the public boat ramp at 55th Street in Northeast 55th Street in Oak Island. They detained the suspect. He is in custody. Mass shooting, they're calling him a suspect and a person of interest. Thank you again, Ocean, for letting me know that the Oak Island had posted this. Unbelievable. There has also been a reported shooting in Eagle Pass, at either at or outside a casino in Eagle Pass, Texas. But I don't have much details there. Oh, I'm seeing a report of 1 dead and 6 injured. This is from where is this person though? Where are they? Hold on. They're a reporter in Mexico? Hold on, where is this? In Mexico. Oh, but that's right near Eagle Pass. That's right near Eagle Pass. So, a reporter in Mexico near Eagle Pass says, Mario Alvarado says, the Maverick County Sheriff confirms at least 1 dead and 6 injured so far in tonight's shooting at Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino in Eagle Pass, Texas. Wow. That's from Mario Alvarado, who's a reporter in Mexico, but right near Eagle Pass. So again, Mario Alvarado of Mexico's Super Channel 12 reports that the Maverick County Sheriff in Texas confirms at least 1 dead and 6 injured so far in tonight's shooting at the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino in Eagle Pass, Texas. I don't know anything about that shooting, how that happened and why it happened and all that stuff. I'll see if I can find any more updates about that. The Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino. By the way, EX, if you want to watch it, EPTXN on Facebook, which is located in Eagle Pass, has a live stream of the area of we're in front of the casino, it looks like. That's EPTXN on Facebook. They just went live. I can't steal their feed, but you can go watch it there. They just went live. Abby Cat says, my daughter has a place on Oak Island. Yeah, I was just going to mention, I mentioned it before. Southport and Oak Island are both lovely areas. Very popular. People go, I know in the beach in Oak Island is very popular. In the summer, people go there. And also, very popular summer area on Southport. Not that people are only there in the summer, but certainly a very popular summer destination, both of those places. And they're both lovely, lovely places. I was just seeing if I had anything more I could tell you about the Eagle Pass shooting. Yeah. All right. Well, at this point, I don't have much more I can tell you about this shooting. I'll just take a second and see if we see anything else here. But I don't know that we're going to get more about. Of course, I would like to know who the suspect is they have in custody, but that's not information they're releasing right now. Oh, Intel Point Alert posted that the shooting occurred outside the casino and at least 2 people were laying motionless in the parking lot. So, again, it looks like there was a shooting outside this casino in Eagle Pass, Texas. According to the report I told you, there was at least 1 dead and 6 injured. Why that happened, I do not know. All right, well, for now, anything more from the city of Southport? Let me just check that. It's the last thing I'm going to check. Oh, here is the news release from the news release from the city of Southport. It's the exact same. It's the same thing. They just posted this too. It's the same as we read from Oak Island. Same news release. They say they will post more updates at the City of Southport Facebook page. Well, we'll have to see what the update is on who this person is. Is the person, the suspect in the Southport shooting, going to be the name that's been floating around online? I can't tell you. I just don't know. Yeah, some people think they know who it is. I'm not going to start naming things online. All right. Anyways, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right. So I'm going to start wrapping up this stream. We have been bringing you live coverage of this horrible shooting in Southport, North Carolina, a person on a boat shooting people at a bar on the water there. I will post updates if I hear them on my X account, which is @Lookner on X. You can follow me there for updates @Lookner on X. I'll post a link to that in the chat. And yeah, I mean, if there's huge news, we'll maybe we can do another stream if there's big news, and also maybe if there's a press conference or something, we'll cover it. I don't know how the information is going to be released, but it's really terrible. I mean, 3 people were at this bar and just killed by a person shooting at them from a boat, and 8 people injured. Let's hope the 8 people injured all survive. We don't have conditions of them at this point. Yeah, really horrible. One of our viewers mentioned if you want to see some photos from the Eagle Pass Casino, Mad Squirrel mentioned you can go to the Eagle Pass News Leader on Facebook. Has some reporting about it. I don't have the rights to those photos. I can't show them, but they have some reporting on it there. Okay. Again, I do appreciate you tuning in, and a lot of people were sending me updates during the broadcast, and I thank you so much to everybody who's been sending me stuff, and also people who live in the area who have been messaging. Sorry I can't read everybody's message on the air, but I appreciate everybody sending stuff in, and again, I'll post updates on my X account, definitely, and we'll see what happens, and we'll see who this suspect is when they start reporting it, or officially, or when some of the local news outlets start reporting it. This is Agenda-free TV. We cover all kinds of live breaking news without an agenda here. You can subscribe or follow if you want. Also, I don't know when big news is going to happen. I can't tell you in advance all the times we're coming on the air, just like tonight. But if you do want to know when we're coming on the air, I think the best thing you can do is turn on our notifications. We have our own notification system. It's free. You sign up once. You get sent a message whenever we go live. It's really reliable. We do it through Discord. The mods will post a link in the chat to the notifications, and you can also find the free notifications link in our YouTube and Facebook descriptions as well. For this broadcast, the YouTube and Facebook description of this broadcast, you can find that notifications link there. I would sign up for that. And also, I very much appreciate our also, sorry for some of my confusion before. I think I said something like this before, but initially I was thinking it's a big beach area. But as I said, the bigger beach area near there is Oak Island. And Southport, there's a beach a small beach right next to the restaurant. But I was a little mixed up between the two earlier. So, but again, it's a lovely area. This is terrible. Terrible to happen in any area. But thoughts with everybody who lives in that part of North Carolina, and anybody who might have been down there vacationing and everything. What was I going to say? Oh, I do really want to thank our moderators. They're awesome. The moderators are why we can have a chat room. We can't have our chat rooms without our moderators. So I really appreciate them being here. People like Ruth Krafasi and Roberts May Queen on YouTube. Thank you so much, moderators. And also Matthew Kohai, 3 Sarah, and Riff Tracks over on Twitch. Thank you. And all of our other Twitch moderators and our Facebook moderators. Margaret Riley, Paul Anderson, Christina Neal, Shannon Davis Hughes. Thank you so much for moderating over on Facebook. Linda Belglary and Misha on X. Thank you for moderating there as well. And all of our other moderators. Thanks to everybody who supported the channel. I do apologize on a normal stream if people donate. I will acknowledge them when it happens. Just the nature of the stream tonight made it wasn't really appropriate to be doing that, and there was so much news coming in too. So, but I do just, if you've never seen the channel, you might say, like, why are you accepting donations when you're covering a tragic news event? Perfectly legitimate question. This is a full-time channel, and that's how I can do this. So I do appreciate people supporting the channel, and sorry to not be able to acknowledge you like I normally would. Just to thank a couple people: Lindsay, P.A. Jeeper, Rick Campbell, Tom Witcher, I Call BS, Paul G. I'm not going to get everybody. Greg Eckerd, I Am Charlie, Sophia, Brian Beelman, and Night Owl, McLean 33, and everybody else for your support. Sorry to not be able to do it while it happens, and I appreciate everybody's support for the channel. I hope you understand. And everybody on Twitch who supported as well. E-Biker, Dumont After Hours, Fish Tacos, FLP5S, CC143, Terrell G, just to name a few. Graybeard Games, Planes Were Cool. Also generic username, Rico KGB, Lady Justice, Michael McIsaac, and KTH, Sarcasm BTC, and others. Thank you. JM and Joshua. Again, I can't start giving names of people who, the internet says is the suspect. I can't start giving addresses. I can't start showing pictures of houses based on the sourcing we have now. It could turn out that those are accurate about the suspect, but sometimes it happens and it's not accurate. So I'm not going to start showing that stuff now, but I appreciate people trying to give me information. Another way to find out when we're live, by the way, is to follow on X. If you're on X, at Agenda Free TV. I always post there when I go live. And I always I post updates about the channel there as well, so you can follow there for updates at Agenda Free TV. I do appreciate and thank Intel Point Alert and AZ Intel for also reporting on this and getting information out. I follow both of them on X. They are both very good news sources to have for breaking news. Again, Intel Point Alert, all one word, and also AZ Intel, which is at AZ_Intel_. I appreciate their reporting. We do have a chat where you can chat with other viewers when we're not live. The Discord chat, a bunch of our viewers like doing it. It's free. It's the same link as the free notifications link. So check out the chat if you'd like. And thanks to our Discord mods for all you do as well. Thank you to Discord mods, our Discord mods. If you are watching on YouTube, I would suggest turning on the YouTube notifications. Another good way to find out when we're live. But if you want to subscribe, it's a little tricky to do that on YouTube. You got to subscribe. Well, if you want to turn the notifications on, you got to subscribe first. Then you got to click the notifications bell and then choose all notifications. So subscribe, click the bell, and choose all notifications. Thanks to Kobe, by the way. And I want to thank our Facebook subscribers for supporting the channel over there, like Robert Real II, and Sharon Klassen-Goslin, Chuck Mosca, Jennifer Ellers, Margaret Riley, Shannon Davis Hughes, Kay Lowry Body, and thanks Kay for modding on the channel as well. And all of our other Facebook subscribers, thanks so much for subscribing over there. Our Twitch subscribers as well, like Wall Street and Shaggy, Billy Joe, Amalian, Matthew Kohai 3, and all of our other Twitch subscribers, Terrell G, I Harris, FLP5S, Fish Tacos, Tuck F, E-Biker, Ed Geergens, thanks for subscribing on Facebook, Relila, all of our other Facebook subscribers too. Thanks also to Angry Wayne Gretzky on Twitch, Edu Makashin, Planes Were Cool, EJ Rod, and also all of our YouTube members. I appreciate you being members over there and supporting the channel, like Sausage, Andrew, Derek Seaman, Joe Hart, PWS, PWDS, CAC-813, Evelyn in Maine, Thomas Darwin, The Dead Critic, McRib is Back, Eli Betts, Ethereal Planet Red Girl, George Tincher, Nick War, Michelle South, Benny Hill, Thomas Darwin, thanks for being members on YouTube, Andrew, and all of our other YouTube members. All right, so we are and Red Girl as well. We are wrapping up our live stream here. Again, 3 dead and 8 injured. That's the latest from police. When a person on a boat shot at people at a bar on the water, at a waterfront bar in Southport, North Carolina. Just terrible. And the suspect is in custody. All right, guys, that is it for now. Maybe we can get some information tomorrow about the suspect, but really tragic, just terrible. All right, that is it for now. Thank you for watching our live coverage of this shooting in Southport, North Carolina. We'll see you soon with more live breaking news coverage right here at Agenda Free TV.